Hey guys, welcome back to episode 2 of the OddSocks podcast. Sorry, I hesitated on 2 because I'm not sure. Right? It's 2?
I think so. I mean, we took like
Yeah,
that kind of
it's
hiatus.
stale.
Yeah, okay, well, anyways, hi, welcome back. I'm Eric. Hi, I'm joined by Logan
Hello, hello.
and Marco.
Hello.
So, um, we don't have faces currently, if you
Uh,
can't tell.
yeah, we kind of had an issue with like five different recordings having super echoey audio, and so this is our brilliant workaround. Was all working independently from our workstations, well, our PC setups, and we'll just record one like this and see how it goes. So yeah,
Yeah, no, we're like, fuck it. We had audio problems with how we were recording because we broke. So we were like, fuck it, let's just hop on Discord
yeah,
and go from there. So we might not have face cam or faces for,
a
I don't
while.
know, the foreseeable future, I guess. But I hope y'all weren't obsessed with us, I guess.
Hope you didn't fall in
And this
love
will
at
do.
first glance.
Yeah, and this will do for you. Um, yeah, so it's been a minute. Uh,
It has, it
it has
has.
been a minute. So let me explain why, I guess. So we had that audio problem, obviously. We couldn't figure out how to record, and so we kinda had to deal with that. And then so for real, we just been lazy.
That
That's
along with actually, working our big boy jobs, it's kind of taken its toll on us. Been pretty tired. All of us have been pretty tired. We haven't really had the motivation to record anything, which we've had one podcast. So the fact that we didn't have motivation is kind of impressive. But we did record like 6 or 7 audios before this, and every single time they came out super echoey, and I couldn't figure out, nor could Marco or Eric figure out why or how to fix the audio issue. So
Yeah, I tried going it through like actual sounding programs for what is it called? I had like three different programs. I tried it through DaVinci. I tried it through not SoundPad, that's something else. It basically went through different like audio stuff like you use for actual music and nothing worked.
yeah, I also went through DaVinci's since I have like past experience in it. Could not. I got it to sound less echoey, but you lost a lot of the actual audio of it, more or less. I don't know the best way to describe it, but I tried to, you know, I tried a bunch of things. We couldn't get it to work. I had Marco try a bunch of things. I tried Eric tried the few things he could try, but um, we ended up just having to scrap them. So we have those recordings still, but we just there's no way for us to do anything with them. So yeah, so unfortunate, but this is our brilliant workaround for the time being. So also, if I'm up close and in y'all's ear right now, I apologize. I had to move my mic forward so that my audio was loud enough. So if I'm all up in your ear right now and you're listening to these headphones, you're welcome.
don't say that. Don't
You're
don't
welcome.
don't say that. That's so weird.
You're welcome.
Damn it. Another reason we have been kind of delaying this is because um we don't have any stories. Well, we have some stories. We don't have a lot of story. We don't have a lot to talk about, I guess. So we've been trying to go out and kind of, you know, make stories and do different things so we can entertain y'all for a while.
We're very much inside people.
Very much
Yes,
so.
we do not go out very much, but we're trying
So,
to fix that.
so we can actually bring content and you know stories so it won't be boring stuff like oh yeah well on this day I was just inside chilling the whole day and boom episode 2 of the podcast.
So
So yeah.
obviously that doesn't mean every single podcast is gonna have a story to it. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. We're very scatterbrained when it comes to how we're running this podcast. So chances are you just get like random things that happen to us throughout the week or however long it takes us to post a video. Have terrible upload schedule, but However long it takes us in between podcasts, we're just we're not always gonna have a party story. We're always not gonna have a a crazy story to tell, but we're gonna try to make them interesting at least. Talk about we're trying to get something special we guest on and things like that. But for the time being, yeah, we're just trying to live our life more and not be as boring of people. So we can try to bring y'all interesting stories and make great memories for ourselves. So
Yeah, because who wants to listen to a podcast where they have nothing to talk about, right?
yeah, definitely.
Anyways, anywho,
Any hoozles.
moving on. I guess the reason I brought that up was because I wanted a smoother transition into what I was gonna say next, but that didn't happen. So
Get fucked, nerd.
yeah, fuck you guys. Um, so like I was saying, we are trying to go out a little bit more, kind of give y'all stories. Um, we did actually go out.
two,
Just like
two
2 weeks
weekends
ago.
ago, 2 weeks ago, roughly.
Yeah, something like that. We actually went out, and it was interesting to say the least. You can, I guess, we'll kind of just go on perspectives. I don't know.
So I would like to start since the whole like, or we'll let Marco start actually since he's the one that was actually already down there with all the other boys. We'll let
Yeah.
him start, and whenever he gets to his part, after they message me, well, I can take over from there, and then Marco can share his perspective from there. You can share your
All right.
perspective, and we'll just bounce off each other, so we're not like jumping all the way to the other story, then reliving a story.
So basically, it happened. It was like around 3 o'clock, I'd say. I went to a buddy's house because he came back from patrol. I'm guessing he was a part of the military, so he came back from patrol. We went to this buddy's house, and well, we haven't seen each other, and we're like, oh, let's drink. So we're like, okay, cool. So me, and it was me and two others who began drinking. The guy whose house we were at, he was already 4 drinks in, and I barely just started with one. We didn't do anything like too heavy to begin with. We drink these things called palomas. I don't know if y'all know what I'm talking about, but they're like malts. They're basically like your Smirnoffs, your Jack Daniel malts, stuff like that. It's nothing heavy. It's your 5% stuff, right? Something to start off the drinking. So it was me, him, and another friend. So this friend, he did not sleep. He stayed up the whole night. He was like about 30 hours without sleep, and he was drinking. And I don't think he ate beforehand, but when you don't sleep, it's gonna fuck you up pretty quickly. So he was like already like 2, 3 drinks, like he was like following us, and he was already like feeling it. He was already feeling like that little buzz you get. So it was pretty funny. And while that was happening, I decided to text Logan like, "Hey, you should come down. We're all drinking here, and this friend who came back from the military is here, and that we're at his house, right? Because he has a pretty decent house. It was pretty cool." So he's like, "Sure, bet."
Yeah. So
Oh, Logan's here.
yeah. So I got this message. We have a group chat, all of us together, and so I'm like did my weekly check in, and they were like, "Hey, is that Logan reading the chat right now?" And so I was like, "Yeah, what's up? Like, what's poppin', boys?" You know, and they all start texting me like, "Hey, you should come down. You should come down. We're gonna drink. We're gonna get fucking plastered," you know. So I'm like, hold on, let me see if Eric wants to go. So I come inside. I had just gotten back from eating with some people, and I was like, "Fuck it, I have nothing better going on a Saturday. Let's leave." It was also closer to. It was like 2:30 whenever they started texting me, so I come in and I go up to Eric and I'm like, "Hey, how would you feel about going and drinking with all the boys?" He's all like, and so I'll let him explain here in a second what he said to me because I don't remember what he said to me, and I'm gonna be lying if I do. But essentially, he said yes in the end, and so yeah, we went ahead and started packing shit, and yeah, I'll let Eric take over and
And
so he can say what
uh,
like.
no, yeah. So I was just chilling. I had already in my head. I was like, fuck it. I'm just gonna rot away this weekend. I'm tired. I'm just gonna lay in my bed. Fuck it, whatever. Ain't nothing going on. We ain't doing nothing. So I'm sitting there. It's like 2:30. And this motherfucker comes into my room, opens the shit out of my door, fucking just yanks that bitch open, and
No,
he's
I
like,
pushed it
"Hey,
open. Correction. I pushed it open
sorry,
aggressively.
aggressively pushed that bitch open," and he was like, "Hey, you want to go drink with the boys?" I was like, "Fuck it, might as well." Now, keep in mind, this place that we're going to is like 3-ish hours away from us. So
Yeah.
where we live currently to where we want to go drink is roughly 3 hours.
Which in hindsight is it's not a crazy distance by any means. But still, three
It's
hours
still
away.
three
It's
hours.
still 3 hours, and it's a boring drive. So
But yeah,
Oh, no,
he
the
comes in
drive is
here.
not right there.
It's alright. I mean, if you do it a
pretty
lot, it kind
it's
of
pretty
gets
shit.
boring.
It's pretty shit. I'm not gonna lie.
Anyways, he comes in here. He's like, "Hey, let's go drink." I'm like, "Sure, fuck it, why not? Let's go." So it's fucking 2:30 in the afternoon. I was ready to just not do anything. And so he burst in. I was like, "All right, let me change." Got changed. Had to change the clothes, and we took off.
So so
Fucking.
so
What?
I would like to add on. We were like we got I messaged Marco and I was like, hey, what do y'all want to drink? Because we're gonna go buy some stuff for me because I don't like drinking beer or anything like that. I much prefer soju or uh, liquor. So
Yeah,
Oh
I'm the
yeah,
only.
it's on a
I'm,
list of, like stuff. Like, oh, you know what? Maybe this would be okay.
yeah,
I'm the
so
only one that drinks beer, and I get shit for it, dude. I'm
yeah,
so upset about it.
yeah. So
So upset
Marco
about it.
messaged me back. He messaged me like five things. He's like, buy soju, Jack Daniel, like the mixed drinks, or not mixed drinks, but like the
The
flavored,
malts, basically.
the
Yeah.
flavored Jack Daniels, a bottle of
Sake that we had in the fridge.
the two, I have two bottles of sake that I sip on every once in a while. And
And then
then
the buzz balls.
yeah, and then buzz balls. So me and Eric we're like, okay, whatever. We'll run to our local liquor store, and we run over there.
Oh,
Go on,
oh,
run.
before you tell them what we got, I just want to preface this by saying I have never drank with these boys. I This was the first time I met a lot of these boys. Cool as fuck. I fuck with all of them. They're all pretty dope. Um, but yeah, I've never met them. I've chatted with them, gamed with them a little bit. Never actually met them in person. Never drank with them. So I was like, okay, we got to get a decent amount of alcohol because there's gonna be a decent amount of people there. So
So I
we
would
go
like
get
to
alcohol.
preface this though. I informed him most of these boys do not drink like that. Most of them do not drink like that. They're gonna get fucked off of like a couple shots. So I tried to preface that. But the moment we walked into the liquor store, we were kids in a fucking candy shop, dude. We walked in there. I grabbed a cart, bro. That's how much we bought. I bought a fucking cart to put all of our alcohol in.
Oh,
So
I guess we should also preface this by saying, drink responsibly.
yeah,
Don't be
drink responsibly.
don't be
Yeah,
fucking
don't
stupid.
don't
Don't
overdo it.
yeah, don't drink.
Don't drink and drive.
Yeah, don't
Important
drink and
one.
drive. Don't drink and drive. Preferably don't drink and drive.
Don't
Shouldn't drink and
don't
drive.
do what we did in this story.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Don't be stupid.
yeah,
Basically, just don't be stupid. Drink responsibly. Wait till you're 21.
yeah. Drink. Wait until you're
Know
of
your
the age of
limit.
consent
Uh,
for whatever your
yeah,
country is.
yeah. Whatever age you
Yeah,
can drink at.
your age of drinking is whatever it is in whatever country you are, unless given permission by your parents and they're able to oversee you drinking. Uh, but back to the story. We walk into this liquor store. Okay, I grab a basket. I'm like, okay, this is gonna go. We're only gonna get a couple things. Okay, so we start. We walk back to the soju. We grab 8 peach sojus. I was like, this should be plenty. Soju fucks people up pretty fast because it doesn't taste like alcohol. So I was like, 8 should be plenty. There was like 13 of us, but not everybody's gonna drink it. So I was like, 8 should be fine. That was like all they had in that flavor. So I was like, whatever. It's the only flavor I'll drink. So I'm not getting anything else. So then we go over to our liquors and we grab a we grab a handle of Tito's vodka, and then another vodka that's smoother for taking shots and whatnot.
Oh, let me go get it. Let me go get it.
Yeah. What's the name of it?
Fucking fire.
Yeah, you're about to hear Eric in Marco's mic, by the way.
Yeah. Put it together some.
Yeah. So
What is?
I would also like to apologize if y'all are
Oh,
hearing
crap.
Marco in either one of mine or Eric's mics. We are literally like there's a thin wall separating all
That's
of us.
Elmada Islandi.
So the name is Rika. Reyka. Pretty fucking good.
It's Icelandic vodka.
Yeah, so that shit's fire. But we got 750 milliliters of that.
I don't remember drinking that.
Yeah, we everybody took shots of
We
that. It
got
was
it.
great. But
We
we'll
got
get
it
to that.
here.
We also bought a 750 milliliters of tequila,
Oh
and
my god.
Eric got a 750 milliliter bottle of was it Vanilla Crown?
Yeah,
Yeah. So
and
we
the
bought
two
that,
buzz
and
balls,
then we
bro.
got two of the not the mini buzz balls, the big ones that have like the fun stopper in them.
Oh yeah, they're fucking fat buzz balls, dude. They're
Dude,
fucking
they're
huge.
insane. So we end up spending like $300 at this liquor store between the two of us, and so we're walking out to the truck, and we're like, dude, are we alcoholics? And we just like we just have like this conversation between each other where we're like, we're alcoholic, bro. Like we just went and spent $300, and we're probably gonna drink it all. So
We in fact did not.
we in fact did not. But
Good thing.
Again,
we
I thought honestly, really and truly, I was looking out of it at all of it, and I was like, I feel like we need more.
that was just his
I
inner
was incorrect.
alcoholic talking.
I was incorrect about that.
But we all so then we finally get in the truck and we start our drive and everything. It's a pretty uneventful drive. I'm not gonna lie. We just
Yeah,
talked.
just
Um,
yapping about shit.
we when we so there's like a checkpoint where we were going, right? And so this guy like we pulled up to this checkpoint and I'm like freaking out because I'm like, dude, we have a fuck ton of alcohol in the back. What if they like ask to search the vehicle and they just see all this alcohol? What's our story? Eric's like, we'll just tell them the truth. We're going to drink with the boys, you know?
Yeah, we were fucking adults, and we weren't drinking, so
Yeah.
it's like whatever.
Keep in mind, I'm 21. Eric's 21. So like both of us in the vehicle, we're both 21. We're like there's nobody's gonna tell us anything. Like we're both legal age to buy drinks. And so I'm like freaking the fuck out, like trying my hardest not to like panic. Like I'm trying not to hyperventilate actively as we're driving through this checkpoint. They just ask us like I don't even know what they ask us, but I was like I was so panicky. I was like nothing
They didn't ask
registered.
us anything. They just kind of
Oh
they
yeah,
looked at
no,
us
that's
and they just
yeah. We
just
just
us
drove
forward.
through. Yeah, we just drove
Yeah.
through. Um, and we
You were
finally
still fucking freaking out.
yeah, it was freaking the fuck out, bro. And then we get into town. The directions to get to this house, like I kind of remember. I've been there once before. Um, also, preface: I've met a couple of these boys before, but not every single one of them. I've talked to every single one of them, quite a lot, but never actually met like half of them. So it was kind of cool meeting everybody. But the friend's house we were going to, I had stayed there the last time I went there. And so I kind of halfway remembered, but I still used the GPS because I ain't trying to get lost. And we,
Yeah, this boy was trying to tell me off memory. I was like, bitch, just tell me, just put it in the GPS. God damn it.
yeah, so um, we finally pull up, right? Um, oh, actually, Marco, what happened between the time we said we were coming to when we got there?
So when we got there, it was we were still drinking those like Columbus, and then we got like Smirnoff, like the bomb pop ones. Those ones are good. I don't know why I like they're good. And then the I guess the owner of the house, not the owner, you know. Oh yeah, the owner of the house, right? It's like, oh dude, I got like 4 packs of twisted teas, and I looked at him, dude, that shit's nasty as fuck. It's like, what do you mean that's nasty as fuck? They're good. I'm like, no, they're not, man. So he, since he bought twisted teas, he made it. It was him, another buddy. I mentioned to this other buddy, he has an eye issue, and our third buddy, we'll call him lightweight. They were drinking the twisted teas, right, getting fucked up, and I was there just drinking the bomb pop Smirnoff because I'm like, I'm not gonna chug twisted teas. I don't want them. So it was me. Oh, and then we had one more friend. I don't know. We'll call it the cigarette man. The cigarette man.
The cigarette man.
So it was me, the owner, and cigarette man. We were cigarette man and the owner were shotgunning the twisted teas. because they knew how to, and I was like basically chugging this stupid Smirnoffs with them, trying to match their level. And lightweight, he couldn't chug, or he still hasn't learned how to shotgun at that point. So he was just sipping the Smirnoff because he doesn't like twisted teas either. So it was just four of us drinking, while Lazy Eye, he only drank two drinks because unfortunately he had to throw and had work tomorrow.
He threw. He didn't call in.
He should
Terrible.
have.
He should
Should
have.
have called
But
in. Should
we
have
were
called
also
in.
making hamburgers at that point. Well, not we, but another friend. He was making hamburgers while we were getting drunk.
So
And that's basically what's happening. I'm trying to. Oh, and for some reason, so Cigarette Man, he's a heavy smoker. I just kept stealing his cigarettes, like not lighting them because I wouldn't smoke them. Yeah, because I didn't like the way they smell or tasted.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. The
epic
foreshadow is
foreshadowing. Epic
crazy, bro.
foreshadowing.
The foreshadow is crazy.
But around that time, nothing like really crazy has happened. Nothing interesting has happened. Everybody's still there, right? Except lightweight. You start seeing, what's about to unfold. He started laughing a lot. So, he was getting there.
Oh, my little off-brand Gandhi, bro.
And then that's when y'all guys finally arrived.
All right. So we pull up, right? And when we pull up, I have a friend who like I've actually never met him in person. But we play games and shit together all the time. And he texts me all the time and like privately, and we just like I've helped him do a lot of shit, right? So I like show up, and this motherfucker puts his hands straight up and just wants me to pick him up in a hug, and I'm like, okay, what the fuck?
Oh
So
yeah, no, we showed up and I thought we were getting jumped or something. Like fucking six dudes just started crowding my truck. I'm
yeah,
like, God damn it.
yeah, I was like started like naming off people like as they were coming up, and I was like, who the fuck is that? Who the fuck is that guy? And then he comes around to my door and he puts his hands straight up because like I've never actually seen a picture of this guy, but we play games and shit together all the time, and so like I knew his voice, and so like he was like giving me a hug. I was like, oh, okay, this is this guy. Okay, what do we call him?
Let's just name drop them.
Just casual name
Just
drop.
him, bro. Just
So
him.
that's Josh.
Yeah, it's Josh.
It's Josh.
Yeah. All right, we're name dropping him like that. All right. Yeah, anyways, Josh. Yeah, I pick him up and give him a hug and everything. I dap everybody else up. I'm like, what's good, boys? What's good, boys?
Josh wasn't drinking yet at that point,
No, no,
too.
no, no. Josh was
No.
completely sober. We actually had to convince him to stay, but
But yeah, I was also getting introductions because, like I said, I've never met any of these. I've met two of them, I think, at that time. When we pulled up, I think I was familiar with two of them, maybe three.
so
And so
we
I was getting introductions and all that. They were like, "Oh, this is Eric. This is so and so. Blah blah blah." Just kind of saying hi.
we
And
all like
then
go on.
yeah. Oh, I was just gonna say, and then we get taken in. They're like, "All right, we're coming around here." I started handing the alcohol to people because I'm like, I'm not carrying this shit by myself. I started giving the alcohol to people, and so they take us to the back, and
And put us
you
down.
know, yeah, they put us down in the back. Like, get to work, boys.
Red. Oh, okay, okay. I was thinking more Red Yeller type shit, but like, all right, bro. We jumped
No,
straight there, straight there. All right, no, no, no. I fucks with it. I fucks with it.
no, but no. So we go back there. We're all talking, having a grand old time, and then fucking Marco. So this is kind of what started it for me. This is what started it for me. So Marco, he walks right up to me, gets right up in my ear, and he's like, "Hey, I want off-brand Gandhi to get fucked up." I was
So,
like, "All right, I got you."
so the thing is, because last time we were all drinking, it was me, and I guess off-brand Gandhi or Lightweight, as I call him. It was us, right? Logan and Eric didn't go down this time because it was during Christmas. So, no reason to. And he was like, he was drinking, but he wasn't drinking like that. So I'm like, and I told him, like, next time we drink, I'm gonna kill you, young man. Your liver's gonna like blow up.
So,
So then whenever they were there, I told him, make sure to get him like fucked up. Make sure he always has a drink in his hand.
Yeah. So he told me that, and I was like, "All right, I got you." So I grab both the buzz balls and I walk up to him and I'm like, "Hey, choose right or left." And so he picked a
Oh,
hand,
wait, come on,
and
hold on. I need to add something here. Keep in mind when we show up, he's already slurring and can barely stand up straight. I just need to preface this before we get into anything else. He already can barely
no,
stand up. Let's be honest. He was pretty fucked
he
up when we already
wasn't
got there.
that
He
bad.
was pretty
No, he was
bad.
drunk. Yeah, he was drunk, but he wasn't like gone,
He
gone.
was having a difficulty standing up already. Let's be honest. He
He
was like
was standing up,
he was
bro.
swaying pretty hard.
I don't know. I don't remember him being that bad when we showed up. I knew he was drunk when we showed up.
Yeah,
I didn't think he was that bad.
I already kind of knew his night was gonna be pretty fucked whenever we got there, and he was already kind of like slurring his words and shit. But
So yeah,
continue.
we pull up. He's drunk, and then Marco tells me, "Hey, make sure he gets fucked up." So I was like, "All right." So I grabbed two buzz balls, and I put one in each hand. I'm like, "Hey, choose right or left." And he picks one, so I hand it to him. I'm like, "Here, cheers." And we go and we start chugging. Um, that boy took a big old sip. I didn't think he was gonna do all that. He fucking went up there. I was going. We were up there for sort of like 5 seconds. I dropped mine, and then he's still going. I'm like, shit. Like this boy really trying it. This boy really went for it. So after that, I was like, okay, yeah, no, he's gonna have a fun night.
Yeah. So
So
and then after that, I take the buzz ball from him, and one of our other friends. What do we call him? Uh, we're gonna call him.
the owner.
Yeah, we'll call him the owner. Yeah, the owner. So the owner. That's crazy, by the way. That's crazy. The
I didn't think you were gonna agree
no, the owner. Fuck it, he's the owner
of
now.
the house of the. We're gonna say the owner, but it's the owner of the house.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the owner of the house. We just it'd be annoying to say that every time. So basically, the owner, he gets one of the buzz balls, and I'm like, here, let's go. So he rips the fun stopper out of the buzz ball. Which, for those of you who don't know what the fun stopper is, it's the little like, it's supposed
Plastic.
The
to, yeah,
white like
it's a little
panel.
plastic thing to like limit the amount you're pouring at one time. So I just pop it out. He pops it.
It makes it easier to pour,
Yeah.
basically.
So I pop mine out. He's like, "Hey, how the fuck do I get this out?" So I pop his out, and I'm like, "Cheers!" So we both take like, it's all like 5 second shot, and I'm like, "Dude, that shit's raunchy. I don't like that." So, um, everybody starts taking shots of like the buzz ball and everything, and we're all like, just getting to know. I'm getting to know the boys that I haven't met yet. Eric's getting to know everybody because he hasn't met like any of them yet, except Off-Brand Gandhi and Marco.
That's my boy, dude. My
And
friend
so
Yanni's my boy.
we start taking shots and everything, and the owner decides let's shotgun. So I already knew he had tweez, the tweez, the 48 pack of tweez that he bought.
Okay, wait, but before that, I feel like so Eric, he was meeting two people, and the one I'm going to talk about is I guess I'll call him Jazz Hands for what he did later in the night, which I'll say.
Your foreshadowing is fucking crazy, bro.
And but Jazz Hands, Eric was like, "Hey, you want a drink?" And he realized he didn't have work, so he was like, "Sure." So Eric poured him Dr. Pepper and Crown, and he told him, he's like, "Don't like chug this. You got this is like a sipping drink." And that's when he already knew. And he said okay. And by the time Eric met him again, it was like maybe 10 minutes later. Jazz
Not
Hands already
even.
finished that cup.
Not even. It was like 5 minutes later because
Yeah, no, I didn't leave him, bro. I poured his drink, poured my drink, got a couple sips of mine in, and then met him, and he was done with the cup. I was like, ah.
yeah.
So you,
It took me going because I told Cigarette Man that I was gonna go grab my sake because he was like, "You have sake?" And I was like, "Yeah." So I went out. I literally went out to grab it like right after Eric poured that drink because I needed to get his keys. And so I went out, grabbed it, and by the time I came back in and like returned Eric's keys to him finally, the cup was almost gone because he came back up. Eric walked up to him and was like, "Hey, by the way, that's a sipping drink. It should last you like at least an hour." And he was like, and we look inside the cup. It literally has like a swig left, like not even like it's a the equivalent of a red Solo cup. It wasn't red, but it was a red Solo cup. There was like you could already see like the bottom of it, and I was like, oh,
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 it was so funny
it
though.
was
It was
funny.
so fucking
Good
funny
to be
though,
there.
because
Good to be there.
we told him that, and you could see it in his eyes, the instant regret, because he just looks at me. He's like, "Oh," I'm like, "Oh fuck."
I'll let it be known that Jazz Hands really hasn't drank like that at all. Like he drank like with family, but like he ain't drink. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I don't pour my mixed drinks very lightly.
Yeah. So after that happens, I decide with the owner that we're gonna get lightweight. Fucked. We're gonna. So I'm like trying to teach him how to like shotgun a twee, just to just to teach him. So we make our little holes, and everything, and so I give it to him. I'm like, hey, what you're gonna do? He's just standing there, like he's not even like looking at me. He's just like blank staring at like a wall at this point. The buzzball started to hit him, and he was pretty fucked. And so I take the tweet from him after like 5 minutes of him just holding it. I'm like, fuck it, I'll take one with the owner. So we dink it, we sync those, and then we sit lightweight down, and so then I'm like tequila shots,
Oh my
tequila shots.
god.
So
Oh yeah, keep in mind this was all in like the first,
like 30 minutes.
yeah, 20-30 minutes that we were there.
Yeah, and it's like what 6:30 at this time, so it's still pretty early in the night.
See, and that tequila didn't taste like any good tequila. It
It
ain't no 1800s. It ain't no Don Julius. It ain't Patron. This shit was fucking rubbing alcohol, pure rubbing alcohol down your
it
fucking
was
throat.
only 40%. It was only 40%. Let's be clear. It was only 40%.
But dude, it tasted like ass.
It's because it wasn't cold. It would have been so much better cold.
It
Uh,
would've-
so backstory.
You're wrong
I'm
about
just gonna
that
throw this
shit.
out there. I don't do tequila very often because it gives me a crazy hangover in the morning. So I don't drink tequila all that often. I much prefer vodka, but I'm with the boys. There's like 13 of us total. So I'm like, fuck it. Let's take tequila shots. So I start passing like we try to give it to lightweight first. Lightweight's like fighting for his life, and like he can't
He
figure out how to
still,
open it.
the thing is, he still downs it. He
Yeah,
still
yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
now
fucking
Yeah,
you-
goes
so,
for
so,
it.
so, 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 okay, so what happens is, right, I give it to lightweight. He's like fighting to open it. So I'm like, okay, let me open it for you. So I open it. I don't uncork it because if I uncork it, he's going to pour it all over himself. Because he's like dying of laughter talking with Marco. And Marco's like, I'll take a shot if you take a shot. I'll take a shot if you take a shot. And the owner comes up and is like, fuck it, I'll take a shot. And so he uncorks it, takes like a massive swig of it. I'm like, all right, give me that shit. I take my
Dude,
swig.
did you see the regret in his face?
Yeah,
Yo, he
yeah,
turned red. He turned red.
Immediately. That shit touched his tongue and he was like, fuck. And so
never drank
I
it
take
first,
my
bro.
swig and then I hand it to lightweight. And Marco yoinks the bottle from him and is like, goop, and takes a fat gulp of this, hands it back
See,
to
and
lightweight.
luckily I wasn't gone yet, so I tasted that shit. I'm like, dude, instant regret.
That shit's ripe going down, bro. Like it, like my entire throat burned, my mouth burned. Like when I felt it like go down in my stomach, I could feel where it traveled.
I
It was
was
so weird.
I was ready to like throw it up right then and there. I'm like, no, I can't be the first one. So
You
I did it.
lasted. You lasted.
So it gives to lightweight, and he drinks it like I don't even say shot because that dude kind of drank
He
it,
drank it like water, bro.
and he puts it down. He looks at me. He's like, dude, is it bad that I don't like feel it? And I'm like, dude, you're gone. It's over.
It's over for him.
Bro,
He's
no,
done.
he's done. And so like we eventually, so then everybody like takes their shot, right? I'll like walk around and I give it to everybody that can drink that
Yeah,
night.
no. I was just chilling there, I was sitting there with my fucking Crown and Coke, sipping on it. And I say sipping on it. My sip is a little faster than a lot of people, so I was like in my second or third one by now. And yeah, so we were going, and all of a sudden I see them start opening the fucking tequila. I'm like, shit. Like fuck. Because the only times I've drank tequila, I have gotten absolutely shit faced. It is rough. But I see them doing that, and I'm just kind of sitting there. And the owner, he has it in his hand, and he looks me dead in the eyes. He's like, you haven't fucking taken a shot yet." I'm like, "Fucking bring it over here then." So I take my shot, whatever, and then I think it gets back to Logan, and
Yeah,
I'm not
I
sure what he
go
does.
and I pass it around to everybody, and I just like everybody takes a shot that like can drink it. That's not like having to drive home or anything. We're very safe about the way we drink. This is the disclaimer to not drink and drive. By the way, this is the second one, so don't drink and drive. Um,
And at this point, it's funny because that's when Lightweight started hugging the pole.
No. It happens a little
Oh,
bit later. It happens a
that
little
was
bit.
yeah,
We still take a shot of vodka before he does that.
Oh, I
So,
don't remember that.
um, the one part I remember the tequila the most is Cigarette Man. I give it to him, and he's like, "You Americans don't have good alcohol. Like this shit is ass. I can literally feel it burning my entire throat right now." And so I'm like dying laughing hearing him say this because keep in mind this is my first time meeting Cigarette Man. And so it's kind of funny just hearing him like talk to me like that. It's so funny. And so I'm like, okay, hold on. I have something that'll go down a lot smoother. It's vodka. It's still gonna stink, but it's gonna taste a lot better than what this tequila is. So I open it, I uncork it, and I bring it over to him. So then I'm like, he takes the shot. He's like, dude, that shit's so good. And I was like, right. It goes to like you can feel it burn still, but it's so good. So then I take my shot. Eric comes over, takes his shot.
yeah.
The owner comes over, takes his shot.
I was there for that conversation with Cigarette Man about the tequila. I was gonna say he takes the shot. He's like, "Damn, that's good." So then he hands it back to Logan, and Logan takes his shot. And he looks at me. He's like, "Here, you take a shot as well." So then I take my, and then the fucking vodka gets fucking passed around.
Yeah. And so it's kind of funny. Okay, so at the beginning of the night, everybody's trying to be like super like, cautious about how they're drinking it, right? Like they're like holding it away from their mouth or like they have their fingers around like the lip of it so that their mouth isn't touching it. And so like I don't care personally. It's my bottle. I don't care. Like I'm going to drink it however I want. I've been to enough parties at this point to just like drink it straight from the lip. So, um everybody gets their shot of that. Everybody's like, dude, that shit's good. That shit's fire. And so like everybody passes that, and like 30 minutes go by. Not a whole lot happens in this 30 minutes. Like we're just like,
Yeah, we're just chatting, getting to know each
yeah,
other.
we're all just chatting. I'm catching up with some of the new people that
I'm
I haven't met before.
low key. I started chatting with Cigarette Man. Fucking awesome, dude. Love that guy.
Yeah, he is. I love that man. He's an inspiration to all. And so after like 30 minutes, I take another shotgun with the owner. It was the owner, me, and somebody else. I don't remember who it was.
Guys, I'm like real. I don't remember this stuff.
Bro, you don't remember much, I'm sure.
At this point it's only like 7:30.
Yeah,
By
it's
the
only like
way,
7:30. We've only been there like an hour, and so what'd you call Jazz? His name was Jazz.
Jazz hands.
Jazz Hands. So
Yeah.
at this point, Jazz Hands and what are we calling who he hung out with most of the night with?
We'll call him Pilot.
Pilot. Okay. So Jazz Hands and Pilot, I walk over to them to like chat with them for a little bit. I know both of them. They actually live in the same town as us, but we don't hang out with them much. Just due to schedule conflicts. And so we start having like a little conversation, and randomly Jazz Hands does like a jazz step, and he's all like, "Whenever I can't do this anymore, I know I'm fucked." And I was like, "That's a weird way of going about it, but all right, I fucks with it, whatever." And so Pilot's like, I'm like chuckling with Pilot, and Pilot's like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna drink too much tonight. I'm just gonna like nice little buzz going, shit like that." And this is epic foreshadowing. He does not.
Oh, I forgot to tell you. So, Pilot, before he started drinking, he went to go pick up Jazz hands from work, and they come back with like drinks, like slushies, right? And they're like, before they started drinking, what was it? It was Pilot and Jazz hands who started like pouring their teas, like in the twisted teas and the slushies. So they're already drinking beforehand, before like y'all
Ah,
guys even came in here.
oh, see, I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
I didn't
See,
know that
I'm
either.
just remembering, guys. It's taking a while.
It's slowly coming back in bits and
It's
pieces.
slowly coming back. Yeah.
It's been 2 weeks and you're still remembering new details.
It's all a little fuzzy from that night, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, after I finish talking with them and everything, I'm like, okay, whatever. So I see, uh, lightweight fall on the ground, and so I go and I'm like, okay, stand the fuck up, like get up, so don't be a bitch. And so I stand him up. I go, I walk. I like, all right, you good, you good. He's like, he just starts. He mumbles to me. He's like, yeah, I'm good. And so like at this point, I know he's fucked, but I'm just gonna let him vibe it out and see if he like recovers like naturally or
Oh,
not.
yeah. So just while we were doing all this, we were still drinking. We were still taking shots. We were still like the. I think the vodka is halfway gone. The tequila, I think, was fully gone.
Okay. So I'm actually remembering stuff. So me and another friend, the cook, we'll call him that because that's what he was doing most of the night was cooking.
Mhm.
So me and Cook, he brought his Nintendo Switch and we were playing Super Smash Brothers. And I was like, hey, if you win if I win this match, you take 2 shots, and if you win, I take 2 shots. And at this point, I'm fucked. Like, in all honesty, like I couldn't think. I was all good, still like I could think, but I was fucked. I knew it, and I kept losing. So I kept taking. I took 6 shots. I lost 3 matches,
Yeah, so
and I think after that, it was me and Jazz Hands, and I introduced him to a special drink I made for him.
Oh
oh,
god damn it! I fucking
this is
hate
a
you
way
for this.
later than I.
No, it can't be
Yeah,
way
it
later,
can
and I know
be.
No,
why because my
it
canon
wasn't.
event didn't happen
It
just
was,
yet.
Cannon
yeah,
event.
I was
Cannon
gonna
event.
say no,
Cannon
that
event
wasn't
didn't
that
happen until
late.
like 10 o'clock.
Yeah, that
Exactly. So
that
the drink happened, the special mixture.
So this man had the brilliant idea of mixing strawberry and lime uh, buzz balls together and called it hollow purple. Keep in mind, green and red do not make purple. Blue and
Hey
red make
man,
purple. So he hands this drink to him and he's all like, guys, come here. He's like, you can tell he's pretty fucked already. And so he's like, I made a special drink for Jazz Hands. And so I'm like, okay, what is this? And he's all like, I call it the hollow purple. And I like look at it and it's like, the shit is straight brown. And I'm like, yeah, you're
we'll,
fucking colorblind, you fucking dyslexic fuck.
we'll call this around like 8:30
yeah, and
because
and mind you, Jazz Hands fucking downed it.
Yeah, no. Jazz Hands, he had no second thought. He downed it, looked at us, and was like, that shit was ass. And so like, I'm like, yeah, I fucking imagine it was. Yeah, I don't see that being good at all.
Nobody
And
else drank the hollow
yeah,
purple.
nobody
no,
else
yeah.
dared touch
All
it.
I all I heard was fucking Marco be like, I made hollow purple, I hear Logan. I'm like, green and red uh doesn't make purple, and I don't know who asked it. It was either Marco or Logan. They were like, what does green and red make?
I
And
asked
I
that.
just hear, oh, and then Marco was like brown.
So I knew what the fuck the colors were making, but I said fuck it up. Oh, this reminded me. This also happened beforehand. So Lazy Eye and the gymnast, I'm gonna call him that. So Lazy Eye and gymnast didn't drink. So Lazy Eye and gymnast, they went to the store to get more like they went to go get hot dogs and a can of Pringles. This is
Oh, I
vital to the
remember
story.
this.
Oh,
Yeah, no,
And
this
Josh
is
is the one who
important.
drove.
Yeah, Josh went too. This was before Josh was drinking. So they went and they were gone for a while. So they just left us there drinking. There
So
was no
so I know
quote
why they were
unquote
gone for a while.
responsible party.
I know why
There
they were
was,
gone for a while.
I didn't know why.
Josh got pulled over.
Oh yeah,
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I
Josh got pulled over
forgot.
going like 13
yeah.
over.
Dude, damn, dude, oh, fucking lazy. I was scarred. I hope you know that.
I was fighting a different battle, bro.
So they come back. I like how we said that we try to remember this all in one go, but
It's
Yeah,
hard
no,
to
I
like
knew it wasn't gonna happen. I
the night
knew it
is like not chronological for any of us. So like we're just like spewing out information as we go.
so they come back, right? And the reason why the Pringles is so important is because Lightweight wanted them.
Yeah.
And I think at this point when they come back, Lightweight was fucked. He was like I think on the floor.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
During this time, I was kind of hanging around lightweight, making sure he was,
So let me
not gonna
explain what had
kill
happened.
himself.
Let me explain what had happened. So they had left and everything, right? And like 10 minutes later, Lightweight falls onto the floor. I go help him up. And I'm like, hey, are you good? He's like, yeah. Take me to that pole. So I'm like, okay, whatever. I take him to this pole, and he just stands there. He's non-verbal. He does not speak to anybody. He mumbles and grunts at people when they come and try to talk to him. So he finally like he gets like enough courage to like walk, and he falls down again. So me and the owner go over. We help pick him up and everything. We sit him down in a chair. We're trying to like we sit him by the like the table that we have where all their alcohol's at, and he's just laying there.
Ooh,
And so
Let
then
me,
Eric can take over from this part
yeah,
because
I was
he's
gonna say,
sitting
let me
next to
take
him.
over. So they fucking bring him over here, and they sit him down, and Logan just leaves.
Yeah, straight
He
up.
just leaves him there.
I went and grabbed another bottle of soju with the owner, and we were downing them. What do you want from me?
They just fucking left him there. So I was just sitting there. I was watching him. He
Dude,
fucking like slumps over in the chair.
I just remembered something else. I'm so sorry, guys.
Go ahead. Go
So
ahead.
another reason why Lightweight was so fucked up is because he was 4 sojus down before these two came here.
Oh yeah, Cigarette Man had given him soju to drink, and he downed them fast as fuck.
Exactly. And he was upset because he drank the strawberry one. He didn't like the strawberry one. Lightweight didn't like strawberry. And so I think we got peach, and then he started downing them like nothing.
Okay, so no, yeah. Then when we did show up, he was pretty fucked. Then
Yeah, so lightweight was
yeah,
gone. He was enjoying the sojus.
yeah, he was already drunk when we showed up. I didn't know he was that bad.
Guys,
Anyways,
the night's coming back.
We just had to talk about it.
slowly but surely. Anyways, yeah, they fucking sit him on this chair and they just leave. And so I'm sitting there, I'm kind of making sure he doesn't fall out the chair because he is slumped over on the chair, about to fucking fall out of it. And so I pick him up, kind of set him up straight. And as I'm doing that, he just kind of he just kind of like leans over and just fucking pukes everywhere on his arm, on the fucking chair, on the fucking cement and everything.
He got it all over himself. Like, it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad.
Sorry, I had to stop because I just heard Marco absolutely scream.
Oh, man.
But yeah, he just fucking projectile vomit is going, and I'm just sitting there looking at this man. I'm like, fuck.
You know what's funny? I think while lightweight was vomiting, me and cigarette man were on the floor, and we started
Yeah,
rolling around for
yeah,
some
yeah.
reason.
So okay. So let me give the backstory behind this. Okay, Marco
we
lays down. Marco just lays down randomly, and Cigarette Man is fucked. Like, he's like trying to convince us that he's like allergic to alcohol. I don't know if he actually is or not, but he's trying to convince us he is. And so like they both lay down, and I'll let Marco say what happens while they're laying down. But I just see them both lay down next to each other, and like while Off-Brand Gandhi is, um, like throwing up his guts.
Okay, so before we lay down, this is important to the story. Alvin Gandhi got his Pringles, but since he was fucked, he never got to eat them. So for some reason, I had the bright idea to start kicking the Pringles whenever I pleased. So I spent a good like 15 minutes just kicking the Pringles. So then I don't know if it was Cigarette Man laying down already, and I decided to join him, which I'm pretty sure is what happened.
No, no, no.
And
So you lay down.
Mhm.
Cigarette Man lay down next to you. You got up, and Cigarette Man stayed laying down.
Oh, okay, yeah. And then I was already kicking the Pringles. I come back to lay down with him, and I told him me and him are worms, and that we got to move if we want to survive. So we start rolling. We don't even start wiggling. We start freaking rolling around. Now, I don't know if anybody saw that, but
I
we
did.
were.
I
And
did. It
then
was great.
I told him, like, dude, you have to roll to the door if we want to live. And
yeah,
then I
no, I
got up to do my own thing, and I heard that he did end up at the door somehow.
Yeah, he did. I have no idea how, but he did.
yeah, no,
So,
I was too busy dealing with off-brand Gandhi
so,
to
so,
see
so,
that.
so, while this is happening, right? The owner's mom comes out with little smokies that she like put in like barbecue sauce and stuff, and so like
Wait. I think wasn't lightweight already in the house by then?
no, no, no. She brought them out while he was out there like laying there because we had just broken the chair. Foreshadowing, by the way.
Yeah, no, we kind of jumped around at this point. Like
Yeah.
it is not incredible.
Yeah, yeah, no, no, no. Like
We're jumping around
we're
at this
kind of
point.
remembering bits and throwing bits out there as we go now.
Everybody was on their own mission, dude.
Yeah, I mean, because we're doing three separate things at three separate times, and we don't know when our events line up. So, but yeah, she brings these out, right, and I'm like, dude, these things look like they would smack, and so I eat one. I'm like, oh my god, these things are fucking amazing. So I have like eight
Oh,
of them,
she
and
she brought him out on a plate.
yeah, she put them on a plate. So I was like, oh, this is all we got. So I ate like eight of them. Like, I did not give anybody else a chance to have any of these. I like literally ate like eight of them. There was like four left on the plate. And so I'm like, okay, fine. Let me help. Like, let me finally help someone. So Eric and the owner are both trying to move Gabriel, and so I move. I help. I take over the owner's spot to move um, lightweight, and while the owner grabs the chair and moves it for us. So we're trying to like we sit him down in this chair and we try to adjust the chair, right? The chair leg breaks and I'm like holding lightweight in my arms, and we're like, all right, we're gonna move him to a different chair. So we just move him next to this chair, lay him there, and just pray he doesn't fall out because we like all of us disperse, and I have to go like take care of somebody else laying down. I think it was
Yeah.
Cigarette Man. I went to go make sure he was laying down. So while he was laying down, I walk over there, and he's all like, I need to be laying down so I'm in touch with the curve of the earth so I don't throw up. And so
I
I'm
do
like,
not. What the fuck?
I remember this because it was funny. And so then his mom calls him, or I don't know if it was mom or his dad, but he's like my mom and pa are calling me, my mom and pa are calling me, and my fat little brother. And I was like, bro, what the fuck? So I'm like, you don't have to answer that right now. You're fucked. And keep in mind, I'm already pretty fucked by this point. So like, I'm like, you don't have to answer them. You don't have to answer them. You're fucked. You don't want to see them like this. He was like, I don't care if they see me fucked. They've seen me fucked before. I was like, you don't need to answer this call. You don't need to answer this call. And so he's like, okay. So I take his phone from him, and about the time I take the phone from him, Marco's laying on the floor, and he called, and like, there's some people like taking care of him because we don't know why he's on the floor. And I'll let Marco take over this part until he goes into like, and then I'll explain
Oh,
like what I did after that. But
can I just say,
The,
because we kind of skipped over this? Yeah, no. Me and the owner had to carry off-brand Gandhi into the garage. Like, okay, so I'm not too sure what happened because I didn't see it happen, but he doesn't have a shirt on anymore.
so so
His
so so,
shirt is gone.
so he threw up, right? And
Yeah.
the owner like raised his arms, and I took the arms because I didn't want to touch throw up, and let the owner and somebody else, I think Marco was helping before he laid down, and so
there
um
was.
I think so. I don't remember who it was. Somebody else was helping to get the shirt off. I think
It
it
had to
might
be
it,
pilot. It had to be pilot.
no. It was Cook. It was Cook, I think, was
Okay, it
helping.
had to be Cook or Josh.
Yeah, I think it might have been Josh. I don't know who it was.
It was
Um,
someone.
yeah, it was someone. Somebody was
Oh,
helping.
it could have been gymnast.
Could have been. Yeah. It might have been gymnast. I don't remember who it was, but
It was someone.
yeah, someone was helping. Like
There's a
we had
lot
to
of
take his
people
shirt
that
off
way.
because he had throw up all over his shirt, like all down his like shirt, all down his arm and shit. So I just helped take the shirt off, and I go do my own thing. I don't care anymore. And so
Yeah.
so then I go take care of Cigarette Man after that, and then
So then I see the owner trying to pick up off-brand Gandhi, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on right now? So I walk over there. I'm like, hey, what are you trying to do? He's like, dude, this guy's done. He puked himself. He his shirt's off. Like, I'm just taking him inside so he can lay down. I was like, all right, cool. So I pick him up from the legs. He grabs him from the arms. We take him inside, and we just kind of throw him on the mattress.
keep in mind, it's not really a mattress. It's a pallet laid out on concrete.
Yeah, we didn't throw
No,
him,
no, it's funnier
but
if the
like
viewers just think you threw him on there. It's funnier.
we
Just say
just
you threw him.
we put him down kind of hard.
He was drunk. He didn't feel it.
Yeah. So then that happens, and I walk back out, and oh, they also make steak.
Oh, lazy eye and gymnast were ins there, making sure lightweight, didn't die.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So you
made
did
sure.
have like people who weren't drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We had babysitters. We had babysitters. Don't worry.
yeah, we kind of left them in there, and they were both of those guys were in
It's
there, and I
funny
was like, hey,
because
are y'all staying here?
those two were in there and they were watching what was it? They're watching South Park or the Boondocks. They told me, and then they see Eric and the owner bring in lightweight, and like, what the fuck, dude?
Dude, he was so good. It was so funny.
Yeah. So I asked them, I was like, hey, are y'all staying in here for most of the night? And they're like, yeah, we'll probably be in here pretty much all night. I was like, okay, cool. Make sure he doesn't die. So yeah, this guy was absolutely done. Like he was nonverbal.
Yeah, he like okay. So let me give some preface for this. So I tried to talk to him right because like whenever he after he threw up and we took his shirt off and everything, I was trying before I walked away and like went to take care of Cigarette Man. I was like, hey, Gabriel, or fuck.
Oh, whatever.
Anyways, I was like, hey, lightweight, like talk to me, like how are you feeling? How are you feeling? How are you feeling? You know? And he's all like, he just. He's like trying not to cry while like responding like he's just groaning at me, and so I'm like, okay buddy, I'm gonna leave you here, they're gonna take you inside in a second, I'm sure, okay. And so I'm just like, you've got this, and I like tap his shoulder, and I put my hand on his shoulder that he threw up on, and I didn't realize it, and so I got throw up on my hand. I was like, that's nasty. So before I go and help anybody, I go to the bathroom, and keep in mind I'm drunk and I've been in this house once before. I wasn't shown where the bathroom was. So I'm just stumbling through this 2-story house trying to figure out where a bathroom's at. And I stumble into the bathroom. I put soap in, wash my hands and everything. I'm like, okay, that's nasty. And so then I go outside and I see Cigarette Man laying on the floor. So that's when I help him.
Oh,
So
oh, actually, I kind of forgot about this. But when we first showed up, we got a tour of the house. Or I say we, me, Cigarette Man, and somebody else got a tour of the house. Not by the owner, by
oh
somebody
yeah,
else.
it was me. It was lightweight.
Oh yeah, Lightweight gave us a tour.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, he did, cause he stayed up there for a little bit.
lightweight and jazz hands.
Yeah, so they gave us a tour. They were kind of showing us where the bathrooms were,
Guys, we should have really
and
spoke about names before this because I kind of fucked a second ago. I kind of fucked it.
It doesn't matter.
yeah, it's just edit it out whatever. But
Yeah.
so yeah, we were
Us.
there, and me and Cigarette Man, we see this TV and we see something playing on it, and we start talking about it. We're like, oh, that looks pretty cool, and then uh
Owner's parents.
fucking yeah, owner's parents were there, and they kind of like turn around and look at us and like, yeah, no, this is a show that we started watching, and it spooks the fuck out of me and Cigarette Man. We both look at each other and just absolute terror. We're like, what the fuck? Because we
Dude, the
didn't see
owner's
anybody
parents
there.
become vital to the story at the end. Epic foreshadowing.
Epic
But yeah, we were
foreshadowing.
like, we didn't see him at all,
We're
so
putting
it
that
was
on a
just kind
shirt,
of
by the
like
way.
a little. It was just a little funny little tidbit, I guess, for me.
So,
You know
But
what I
Marco.
noticed? The Buzzball was like the main drink of the night.
Yeah, everybody will love that buzzball. Like both of them.
I didn't
the
taste it.
thing is, we still
Bro didn't taste it. That's not good, bro.
we have we have like 1/4 of each left.
By the way, we are an hour in and we still have like half the story from each of us left.
Yeah,
Cause,
we'll just
Cause the night's barely picking up.
yeah.
This is where the
Uh,
night gets crazy. But Marco, we're gonna let you. Since you're the one that was laying on the floor and you called for me, I'm gonna let you be like, because I don't know what you want to expose and what you don't want to expose. So I'm gonna let you explain. Um,
so
so go ahead.
I called both Logan and Eric over because I was a little mess, You know, whenever you see that sexy girl drinking and she starts becoming mentally unstable. I was that sexy girl
Keep in mind,
without
we're
the
all
sexy
men. We're all
part.
men here. We're all
We're
men
all
at this
men.
party. We're
It
all
was a full
men.
sausage fest.
Yeah, it was a full sausage fest.
Yeah, Marco was that sexy girl.
Yes, Marco was the
I
sexy
had the
girl.
longest hair, so it counts.
I don't know. Cigarette Man's giving. Wait, yeah, Cigarette Man
Yeah,
is
that's
giving you a run for
true.
your money.
The cigarette man was giving me a run for
He
one.
had his shit up
But
in a mug and
regardless,
everything. That shit was fire.
I was down for the count basically. I was letting all the emotions come in that's been locked away for a while. And well, I asked Eric to let me phone in a friend. We'll call him, what is he, the Silver Sock? Yeah.
Yeah, Silver Sock,
So
or Dynamic Dragon, Silver Point, whatever you want to call him.
Silver Sock, because
could
it's
also
a
just
reference.
say you could also say my brother.
No, it's a funny reference. You ruined it. Okay.
You
I called my brother.
had
I
to
called
be
my
there.
brother.
You had to be there.
You had to be there. Eric wasn't there. It's funny 'cause I wasn't there.
They just hallucinated me, bro.
So I called my brother, and for some reason, I don't even tell him why I'm feeling down. I just tell him I need to fight him.
Yeah.
And so we got into call, and I told him that I would beat his ass at Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. And that's when we were going on and on. That we were talking about characters that we'd use the weakest characters, and that shifted for me telling him I would beat him in a boxing match. And to let you know, my brother, he's a different type of man when it comes to boxing.
True, true,
So you can ask both Logan and Eric; they know.
true. This is very factual statements.
I used to train with him, so yeah.
So there was no way I was
I
going to
broke
beat
my
him.
finger
In
on
my
his
drunk
hip.
state of mind, it was going to happen. So we set an up. I set an appointment to meet him. It was at 2 a.m. back in our town that we live in,
3 hours
and
away. 3 hours
it's
away.
3 hours away. As a drive, I was gonna sober up by the time I hit the lake, because you pass a lake before you enter like my hometown. You pass a lake, so I was gonna be sobered up by then. Now I'm gonna realize I'm like, where the fuck am I?
Bro, it's gonna be
So
lost.
Eric had to protect me from the gate because mind you, I was using his phone to call my brother and tell him I was gonna beat his ass. And um, no foreshadowing, but I did put an alarm at 2 a.m., which cucked.
Yeah. No,
So
I had to bring out my football skills. This boy was actively trying to leave. He was trying to run out of that fucking gate. So I
so
was sitting there trying to stop him for a solid
Oh,
like 20 minutes.
so this is beforehand. No one really talked about this, but whenever me and Cigarette Man were bored, I would spin him around.
oh yeah, I remember this. That's probably why I threw up everywhere.
That's why he probably did throw up because I grabbed him and I started spinning him like relentlessly.
Dude, what was your obsession with just being a menace? You spin cigarette man, you kick the off
The
man
Pringle.
Gottlieb's Pringle
Oh,
Pringles.
dude, that just reminds me. I freaking tackled Logan for my keys.
Yes, yeah, okay. So let me give the preface for this, okay? We are like an hour and a half in, and we're like, okay, everybody needs to give up their keys, okay? Everybody give up their fucking keys. Nobody's driving. Everybody give their fucking keys. We're giving them to the owner's mom.
I
So
kept my keys. I just want to say I kept
so
my keys.
yeah, because you're an alcoholic. Anyways, yeah. So I'm trying to get Marco's keys
Ouch.
from him. Owner is trying to get Marco's keys Marco's keys from him, and so I finally managed to steal the keys. I'm walking towards the room, and I just hear clunk 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 clunk, and like coming towards me. I'm like, oh fuck. And keep in mind, I'm already kind of feeling the alcohol because I've had enough shots to really like fuck me a little bit. And
Yeah,
so
no, we were drinking pretty fast.
I feel him hit me in the side, and I'm like, oh shit. And so like I don't fall. I catch myself on my left foot, put my like step over onto my right, and I'm like, okay. And he's like, give me my fucking keys, give me my fucking keys, give me my fucking keys. And I'm like, okay. I don't want them anymore. I don't want them anymore. Here you go. I don't want them anymore. And so he takes them away from me. And I'm like, okay. And so like my heart rate's at like 200 beats a minute because I thought I was gonna die.
So
And
That really makes me wonder how hard did I spin
dude,
Cigarette Man?
dude, you spun him pretty fucking hard. I watched one of them. It was kind of
so I don't know why, but so they were trying to take Marco's keys away from him. And for some reason I was the only person he would give his keys to.
oh, epic
Yeah.
foreshadowing. We should have taken everybody's phone as well.
No epic foreshadowing.
Epic foreshadowing.
So yeah, I don't know why. I thought Eric would actually be a friend and not give my keys away. So I lost my
Yeah,
keys that night.
he,
For
he
the
gave them
better.
to me and immediately I gave them to the owner and I was like,
It's
here,
funny
go hide
because the next day I saw a TikTok about when they forget to take my keys after drinking,
them.
and, and I add lightweight.
That's crazy.
But okay. Anyways, so whenever they're on the phone, right? Before that, I was like on the ground, like talking to Marco, and we were there for like 15 solid minutes, like just like laying there, like trying to like we're trying to be good friends, bro. Because regardless of how fucked we're trying to get everybody, we're at the end of the day, we're all good lads. We like to fuck with each other, and we're still there for each other, like regardless. So we're trying to like make him have a good time, trying to help him get through it, and he eventually gets up and he's feeling great, or he's not feeling great by any means, but he's found something to distract himself at least. And so, like Eric said, he had to use his football skills to stop Marco from leaving with his phone, by the way, to get in a vehicle he didn't have keys for.
No, there was no driving that was involved.
Bro was gonna walk. I think somebody did like somebody like looked it up and was like a 7 day walk or something. He's like, I'll
Oh,
be
it's
there.
2 weeks. It's
Oh,
it's a 2 week walk.
it's a 2 week
Yeah, it's
walk.
2 week
Yeah.
walk.
Okay, so we did this. He's like, I can be there by 2. Don't worry, I got this. I'm gonna sprint the whole way. And I was like, okay, okay, Flash, chill out.
I would have been surprised if you made it to the main road.
Me too, dude. I would have been fucking conked out by the stop sign.
You can't.
Which one?
I don't know.
The
Bro,
one at
the
the end of
first
the
one,
road. The one at the end of the road.
First one, dude.
the one that's 3 houses down. Yeah,
Bro would have fallen asleep in the grass. We had to go pick him up.
dude. No, I would have saw it.
Would
Yeah,
have
that would have
walked
been
out.
scary.
We would have walked down. You would have been passed out in the front yard.
Dude, no, he would have walked out, saw how creepy that road is, and then been like, nah, never mind.
Dude, that road is creepy.
It is, bro.
Dude,
It's just
that
like,
remind, okay, so this isn't part of this story, but so last time I was drinking with that group, Cook, he was actually drinking. He went outside and he was just staring into the forest for like 15 minutes. And Lazy Eye was scared when he saw him out there.
bro was speaking to his ancestors.
Dude, it was like some like what Wendigo type shit.
That's crazy. Word.
But yeah, so we get that, and it's keep in mind it's like 10:30 around this time. So we've been drinking. We've
This
been
is
at it for like 4 hours, 4.5 hours,
this is
and
roughly when old boy showed up, no?
he shows up a little bit after. He shows up around like 11:30.
Oh,
Oh, I know what I call him. Like it's not gonna be it's gonna sound a little offensive, but it's a good reference to me have.
Okay. When we cross that bridge, we'll get there.
Or,
Actually, I should probably know the name.
foreshadowing.
I should probably know the name prior.
Nah, I'll just say it when we know.
Okay. Anyways, so yeah, we finally managed to calm Marco down, and he's on the phone with his brother and everything, and they talk. I'm not even joking. They talk for like an hour and a half, just
I
like
don't remember that.
bullshitting and like threatening to fight each other, and like they're gonna whoop each other's ass. And so we eventually get Marco to sit down and like calm down and everything,
I
and
eventually get my phone back.
eventually get Eric's phone back after like an hour and a half. His phone's at like 8%. And he's like, "Fuck." And so, about this time, some of our other friends start going through it. And
Oh my
okay, we
god.
forgot we forgot a very important information from at the very beginning of the story. We were given instructions if we had to piss or throw up, there was a singular tree for both. And
Oh
so
yeah, that
so I
was
I
so dumb.
yeah, I for one so was like, okay, this is a terrible idea. But I didn't say that. It's like whatever. Hopefully nobody throws up. If they throw up, maybe they're just gonna throw up in their spot. So, um that's not important until later in the story, which by the way, we're an hour and 6 minutes in, so that's kind of insane that we have more story to tell. But
It was a jam-packed night.
yeah, it was a crazy night. And so we uh Jazz Hands and Pilot are both sitting there, like absolutely fucked off their ass. Jazz Hands stands up and tries to do his jazz step while I'm talking to them, and the way he falls is so cartoonish. Like he puts a foot, he hits like the first 3 steps, and then like he, you know how like Legos, whenever they die, they fall apart. It was kind of similar to that. It was kind of similar to that. It made me like I busted out laughing and I was like, "Are you okay?" He's all like, "Yeah, I'm fucked. It's okay. I'm fine. I'm fine."
Yeah,
And
no,
so
I caught that fall. Like I was off doing something else, and I just see him just fall,
right,
and it
right.
looks so unreal.
Yeah, it looked like when the Legos fall apart and die. Like that's what I reminded me of at the moment, and so that's what I'm living by. And Pilot like points and laughs and's like, he's fucked, and like starts chuckling, and I'm like, yeah, you're not any better, bud. And he's like, yeah, I know, but I didn't do something stupid.
Oh my god, you know who we forgot about?
Who?
Because at this point he's fucked too.
Hmm.
Josh.
Oh,
No. Josh doesn't get the okay to drink until 11:30 when Gael shows up. Fuck.
damn it.
You gotta
No,
edit.
whatever. He doesn't mind his name.
You gotta
He
edit.
doesn't. I was gonna call him the gay man. This is an old
Okay, man.
reference.
Anyways,
So back now I gotta say it.
Yeah, we
say
got
it. Now
Waller.
I bring it up. So
podcast is everywhere.
back in 8th grade, when I first ever met Guy, I know he doesn't mind his name being out there.
Okay.
I don't know what, but I'm like, dude, you're the gay man. You're just the gay man. And he liked it so much that's what he went by. He was the gay man.
That's crazy. Dude, Gael's my girl, honestly.
Yeah.
TBH, yeah.
Okay.
Shout out to Guy.
Great guy.
But
Awesome.
yeah, Pilot and
Dude, no wait. You also forgot another thing. So Cigarette Man is called Cigarette Man because he smokes, right?
okay.
So I forgot when, but Logan got upset at me. He took my cigarette, the one I wasn't smoking, and he smoked that shit. Or was that Aaron?
Yeah. Okay, so no. So what happened was like, okay, so this happens way earlier in the story. Okay, this happens like
Yeah, this was
8:30. This happens like at 8:30, and I take the cigarette from your mouth, and I drop it because I can't feel my fingers anymore. I've already had enough to drink. So I pick it up. I'm like, if I look at Eric, I'm like, if you smoke this, I will take a hit off of it. And he's all like, okay. So he starts smoking it, and he gives it to me, and I hit it, and I just walk away with it. And so I'm like, I don't even smoke cigarettes. I vape, but that's like all. And so I'm like,
no,
hitting
that
this-
wasn't the first one. The very first one you gave it back to me. I
Oh,
remember
okay.
because I put that bitch down.
Okay. So this was the second one I had. Okay, this is epic foreshadowing because I'm giving off numbers.
Yeah.
So I hit that one. I take the first one I just took a hit of, and I was like, okay, that kind of went down smooth. But I was like, I don't want any more. So the second one, I had like 5 more shots, 2 bottles of soju, and like a twee or something. I shotgunned a twee or something, and then a couple shots of Buzzball. And so like by the second one, I was like, "You smoke this, I'll take hits off of it." He's like, "Okay." So he takes like 2 puffs off of it, and I fucking start smoking. I just walk away with it. I get like 3/4 of the way done with it, and I fucking drop it. And I'm like, "Fuck." So I
Oh,
just
these were also Marlboro Reds
yeah,
at that.
these were Marlboro Reds, red pack and all. And so I stomp it out, and I'm like, okay, whatever, no more cigarettes, no more cigarettes. And so like that's like that one, and then I had another one later on. I went and I just like the last one of the pack. I got it, I lit it up, and I just like smoked it. And I was like, I got like 3/4 of the way through, and I dropped it again. That's a common theme, by the way. I drop every cigarette. I got 3/4 or a half. So drop it, put it out. And so where was I at before that?
I don't know.
Oh yeah. So Marco is like acting like he's smoking a cigarette, not lighting it, not doing anything with it. And Eric's like, if you're not gonna smoke it, take it out your fucking mouth. It looks stupid. And so then Marco's like, no. So then I yoink it from Marco's mouth, and I'm like, ha, I got your cigarette. I just look at it. I'm so fucked at this point. I'm like, ha, got your cigarette, and I walk away with it. And Marco's like, okay, and he goes and grabs another one. So I'm walking around with the cigarette. I put it back in the empty pack, and I just
This
like
was, but Josh was smoking first before drinking, right?
yeah. So Josh had like 2 cigarettes before like doing anything drinking because he didn't get the okay to drink yet, and so it was probably like 11 o'clock. Josh finally gets the okay that he can spend the night and drink. So my very first drink to him is a shot of vodka, a shot of tequila, and then a bottle of soju.
Why did you do the whole purple?
Because I'm not trying to kill the poor man. And so
Fake.
Josh starts sipping on the soju. He's like, dude, this tastes so good. And he just downs the whole bottle. And I'm like, you're going to regret that. And he's all like, what do you mean? I was like, that's like 15% or something. And he's like, and? Like, I drank before. I was like, yeah, you haven't drank this before. He's like, I'll be fine. So, like, I go and grab another bottle and I give it to him. So I'm like, sip this one. And he gets like quarter of the way through and he is fucked. Like he's like, dude, it's only 13%. I'm fine. And I was like, no, no. And in between, like, so I forgot to mention, but like in between going to like taking shots and like drinking and smoking a cigarette, I would go in and check on everybody because I was fucked, but I was like, I gotta make sure the boys are okay. And I go in there, I make sure they're all okay. And this shit scared the fuck out of me. I thought we killed lightweight. I thought we killed lightweight.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. I just remembered. Before you did lightweight, like before you saw him, right? Like that?
Hmm.
And you know how he was laying like on his side?
Yeah.
So lazy, I took a picture of lightweight, how he was just like dead like that, like laying down his side. And I opened my phone and I saw that and I just started laughing. I had to go inside and look at him. I go inside and it's dead eye or dead eye. I was thinking of Overwatch. Lazy Eye was looking at lightweight and he's told me I pointed at him and started laughing because of how silly he looked.
That's
And
so
I
fun.
and it's funny because I had the picture on my phone and I was showing him too, like referencing the picture.
Bro was referencing the moment.
All right, so
So I walk in there and I like lightweight's like laying on his back, like just laying on his back, and I walk in and I'm like, how's he doing? And they respond to me like, yeah, he's fine. Like, he's fine. And so I look down at him, and his eyes are wide open, and he's just staring at me, and I'm like, I think we killed him. I genuinely think we killed him. And so like, I'm like, has he been doing this for a while? He's like, yeah, it's been like 10 minutes. I'm like, and y'all didn't think to turn him over or close his eyes? And he's like, nah, he's fine. He's breathing still. I'm like, well, I mean, that's reassuring and all, but fuck, that is terrifying. And so like, I like walk out, and right after I walk out, Eric walks in, and I'm like walking back to get my drink, and he's like, Logan, come here. I have to show you something. And so I'm like, oh, okay. So I walk over and he pulls this lid off the crock pot and there's more of the little smokies. And so I'm like, oh, no fucking way. And so I reach my hand in. I don't even bother with like a ladle or anything. I just reach my hand and start pulling them out and eating them things. I scarfed down like 10, put the lid back on, clean my hands, and then walk back outside. And I'm like, that was great. That was absolutely
Hold on,
fucking
I'm
great.
just realizing. Eric, when did you start teaching Cook about how to, make fajita?
How to cook?
It was
Yeah.
it was it was after Gael showed up.
Okay, yeah, it
Yeah.
was.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so
So I come back outside, right? And I'm like cleaning my hands because I still have like slobber and shit on them. And that's when Gael walks through the gate. And me and Gael have a very close relationship. We've only met each other a handful of times, but we have a very close relationship. So I walk over to him, and this man literally jumps up into my arms and hugs me. And I'm drunk, and I'm like, dude, I missed you so much. And we're like hugging, like we're like some like romantical type shit. Like we're like gay lovers in like another life. And we're like hugging each other, like we're like talking to each other and shit. And like I finally put him down. He's all like, dude, it's been so long. And I was like, let's shotgun a twee. He's all like, yeah, let's do it. So we go over, we grab a twee, we shotgun it. I get him to take a shot of vodka and then a shot of tequila. And then I'm like, all right, I need to go grab more little smokies. He's like, what? I'm like, yeah, don't worry about it. I'll show you later. And so I walk over, I get more. I go in there, I pop my head in and check on everybody. And um, yeah, there's like, we added two more people in there. Um, we
oh,
added we
dude.
added Pilot. Pilot took himself in there, and Jazz Hands took himself in there, and just like laid down because they were like fucked. And about the time Gael showed up, um, Pilot threw up everywhere, like 4 times. He just like puked his guts out in this garage after he was told not to.
Oh
Um,
man, dude. I didn't see any of this happen. I was off doing my own thing, and I after like an hour or two after this happened, an hour or two later, I walk in to the garage. Dude, it smells so bad. Holy man. I
Disclaimer:
walked
I
in
was
there.
too drunk to smell it.
I I almost puked myself, dude. I was like, golly, this shit smells so bad.
So when did Cigarette Man take himself in?
A
Cigarettes.
little bit later.
Yeah, it was a little bit later after after Pilot threw up. So we ended up like me and Gael took a couple shots and stuff together, and I was fucked. Like I was fucked. I already knew I was fucked. Like I was done. Like if I drink anymore, I was gonna throw up, and I could feel it. So I took like 30-minute intermission to like not drink anything, and Gael's like meeting everybody. He meets Eric and everything, and so like everybody's having a great time. Everybody who's left, and about this time, the owner's like, "I'm going to take a nap," and I was like, "No, no, no." He went to take a nap before that because he took a nap before Gael got there because I tried to go wake him up when Gael
Oh,
got there.
can I say this real quick? Because so Marco brought up that I was cooking. Yeah. So the cook made a steak earlier in the night, which
It was medium rare.
yeah, it wasn't great.
It wasn't what a fajita's supposed to be, because it was fajita meat.
Yeah, it wasn't great. Which no dogging on him. It was his first time cooking it. I get it. So I kind of went over there. We took out two more fajita meats, and I kind of showed him how to cook it. The second one he made was fucking fantastic. We both made two, and them bitches were gone quick as shit. But that's what I was
So
doing with a
the
lot of
thing
my food.
is,
That's why I've been kind of quiet, is because once a lot of this shit started happening, I was just kind of cooking.
I'm gonna bring it up. I had something happen. There was a full sausage party. I was tired of sausages, so I had someone come over. And so what I don't remember was you cooking with Cook before or after that?
During.
That was
It
It
was
well,
wasn't
during.
during because I was
no, no,
eating.
no.
Is the thing.
Yeah, because Marco ate the. I think it was after.
I ate most. I think I ate most. I was eating a good amount.
No, because Gael. Yeah. It was after because Gael was there already.
Okay, so basically, why I haven't been talking is I was out of the game for 2 hours. I was asleep for 2 hours in a car, and it was the best sleep I've had in about a month. I won't even lie. But regardless, Around 2 o'clock, I finally joined the game again because, well, as I said, that alarm cucked me.
But like I said, the owner had gone to sleep at like 10 o'clock. He had gone to sleep. He like Gaio showed up like an hour and a half later. The owner was like, "Yeah, I'm done. I'm pretty fucked. Like I'm done." And so he went upstairs and literally fell asleep. And when
He
Gaio
did
showed,
tell us.
yeah,
He did tell us. He was like, "Hey, tell me when Gael shows up, or like when it's 12 o'clock or something like that."
yeah. So we tried to go when Gaio got there. We tried to go wake him up. He wouldn't wake up. He wouldn't get out of bed. And I, whenever I went and checked on him prior to Gaio getting there, he was clothed. Like 30 minutes later, I went back up there. Man was in boxers only. He was in boxers and socks. That was all he was in. And respect him. Respect that. Respect. Like
Real.
he somehow or other he managed to get his drunk ass undressed and lay back down and fall asleep within 30 minutes. And Gaio's like, "Ah, come on. We're like trying to convince him to come back out. He's like, "I'm done, bro. I fucked. Like, I'm already still drunk and like I don't like this. Like, I don't like how fucked I am right now." And I was like, "All right, whatever. Like, we'll leave him up here. He can vibe. He's still coherent enough to know he shouldn't drink anymore." And so everybody goes back downstairs. Eric's cooking. Um, Marco's asleep in a car, and I'm the only one still doing anything, which is why I've been doing majority of the talking because I'm the only one that's still really doing anything. Uh,
Well, yeah, Gael and Josh.
yeah, so Josh is beyond fucked. Like everybody knows he's fucked,
Josh
and
is also having his canon event. I ain't gonna say what it is. I
No,
remember it. I remember that.
can't throw the
I
boy under
was
the bus like that.
there. He passed you the phone.
yeah,
Oh
yeah,
my
he did. Yeah,
goodness.
yeah. So, um, keep in mind,
That was before me
Cigarette
sleeping in a car.
Cigarette Man is laying down at this current moment. He randomly, after Eric finishes cooking and everything, he randomly stands up and walks over to the tree. So I go over there, and I'm like, oh no, he comes and sits at the bar while Eric's cooking, and he's like shivering. He's like actively like shivering, and it's not like by any means he's not.
Oh yeah,
It's not cold.
I let him borrow my
Yeah,
jacket.
yeah.
He was
So there's actually I gave him my jacket prior to that to put on, and he just put it over himself. And I was like, okay, if you're still cold,
yeah.
let me know. We'll get you a blanket or something. He's like, okay.
So
So this was his words to me. He's like, you are my top five favorite white guys, and I was like, oh damn, I'm only top five. That sucks. I feel like I'd be up there, but I did just meet him, so whatever. And I'm like, I appreciate that, man. Like, you're the best. Like, I fucks with you heavy, and like, we're just like talking and we're just like bullshitting and shit. And so, I'm eventually like, you want to come to Europe with us? And he's like, yeah, I'll go to Europe with you. Like, we're gonna get fucked. And he's like, let's do it. And so, like, we're just like talking about like going to Europe and shit, and like we're like both fucked off our ass. And eventually, he like, I walk away and I come back. He's not sitting in the chair, but
yeah, so
apparently,
I can actually do that. So he was sitting in the chair and I saw him. He was kind of cold, and I started talking to him and I'm like, "Hey, are you cold?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Oh, okay, here you go." So I gave him my jacket, and I just kind of put it over him, and he's just kind of lying there, right? He's just sitting in the chair, and then a couple minutes go by. He walks up to me. He's like, "Here, you might want this back." I was like, "Why?" He was like, "I gotta go puke." I was like, "Okay."
Wait, did Cook join him when he went to go puke?
no, me and Eric did.
Yeah.
No, because I remember it also a time he went to go puke and it was with Cook. I'm like, don't worry, I'll
Oh,
give you that.
yeah. Cook did go throw up over there with him while he was over there.
No, Cook didn't throw up. Cook was watching him throw up.
I could have sworn he threw up. I
No,
don't know. I
Cook
was pretty
didn't.
No,
fucked.
I think he went over there 2 or 3 times. So that might have been an earlier time.
Yeah, because if Cigarette Man went to go, I'm like, dude, you want me to give you the Heimlich maneuver? I got you. And I just lay on him. I don't even do the Heimlich. I just laid on him. I'm like, I got you, man. I got you, man. And there he is, trying to throw up while I'm on him.
Yeah,
It's
no, that had to be like the first or second time he went over there. Because we're talking about the last time he went over there.
Me and Eric peed on that tree
yeah, I did
together.
too, like 4 times.
No, we went over there and we peed together.
I peed with the owner.
I don't know what.
He,
Eric
so
went to go
so
pee, and I'm like, damn, I should go pee
y'all
too.
wanna know the conversation me and the owner had while we were peeing?
What?
He's all, we walk over. He's like, "Don't look," and I was like, "Don't worry, man. I'm not gonna look." He's all like, "Good, because I don't want you to see my hog." And I was like, "Bro, must be nice. I'm over here packing like two, bro." He's like, "Nah, bro. I got a fucking hog down here, bro." And I was like, "Oh, okay. Well, you don't have to worry about seeing mine. There's not much. There's not much to see." He's all like, "Okay. Well, you keep your piss on that side of the tree. I'm gonna keep my piss on this side of the tree." And I was like, "Okay." So we pissed together, and like it was so romantical. We like started pissing at the same time, and we like zipped up our pants and everything at the same time, and
I think he wanted
it
you
was
to look at
romantical,
his
bro.
penis. I
I
think
thought
he
it,
wanted you to look at his penis.
bro. I
Yeah, I
think
felt like
so.
he
I
wanted you to look at
yeah,
the
he
hog,
wanted me
dude.
to look at his hog, bro. Uh,
Yeah, bro.
Me and
but yeah,
Eric didn't feel
we'll go.
romantical. It felt like a corporate meeting type of piss.
It's a corporate meeting type of piss.
I felt like I had to be in a suit and tie for that piss, bro. Nah, we just chatted about nothing really.
And so we go
So
back to the cigarette man, um, going over to the tree.
Yeah, so he hands me my jacket. He's like, I'm gonna go puke. So you probably want this back. I was like, oh okay. So he like heads over there and he's like, hey, can you grab me a water? I'm like, sure. So I get a water and I head back that way and Logan is there and then we're just kind of sitting there, just kind of chatting, helping him puke. And so I tell him, I'm like, hey, because he's on his knees. I'm like, hey, lean back on me, to act like you're laying down. So he does that, and he asked me, "Wait, why am I doing this?" And I told him, I like it's kind of like simulating laying down. So because I know it's gonna happen. Once it starts spinning, you're gonna want to puke. So he like lays down and he lays there for like a minute or two, and then he's like, "Oh shit, you were right." And he just shoots forward and starts fucking puking, dude.
I had left within the 2 minutes because I was like, "This is weird. I don't like this," and so I went and
Yeah.
grabbed more alcohol.
Oh yeah, no, don't worry. I still had my drink in my hand. I was still
did you
drinking.
know before I slept on the car, I drank a good amount of that Buzzball. I don't think no one saw that.
No, I did. I saw you every time you took a shot.
Yeah, those were courage shots.
Yeah, it was very interesting watching you like walk over there and then just like start downing some, put it back down, walk away, and then 5 minutes later go back and drink more. I was like, okay, whatever. He's having a good time.
Oh, so yeah, that happened, and then so the owner. Okay, so this got kind of fucked
Yeah,
because
we're remembering information as we go, and like
yeah.
everything's everywhere now.
So the owner at this point he's asleep. Gael is here. Logan's here. Marco is at the car.
See, the thing is, whenever we were cooking, I don't remember Logan being there. Was Logan asleep already by the
No,
time
no,
that
no, no.
you
I
and
didn't go to.
Eric?
I didn't go to sleep till like 4.
No, I think that
No, because then I went asleep. Like I actually went into the garage and I actually fell asleep.
Yeah. So who it was left? Like whenever Cigarette Man was throwing up, after he finished throwing up, it was me, Eric, um, Gymnast, Gael. What are we calling the other one that wasn't drinking?
oh the cook.
There's
Um,
oh, you mean
Yeah, him.
I he's a boxer, so you could just call him
Okay.
boxer.
Boxer.
I
Who
love
else?
his
Who was?
name. We're talking about the same person.
Cigarette Man. Um, Pilot had reappeared after throwing up. Oh, so funny story. I went in there and he had thrown up again while like right after I had like right before I'd gone in there, and I was explaining to him how his body was metabolizing the alcohol and why he was throwing up. I was
You
giving
know,
him
that
a
was earlier. I was there for that.
yeah. That's why I said earlier in the night.
Oh, okay.
He had just finished throwing up again, and so I had gone in there and I was explaining how the body metabolizes the alcohol and why he was throwing up, and like giving the full scientific breakdown because I didn't know how to make him feel better about throwing up. I literally had no idea how to make him feel better, so I was like, I'll just explain why you're throwing up. That was my brilliant drunk solution.
so okay. So the reason I said this is fucked is because I remember certain people were out there when this happened. So basically, the owner told me he was like, "Hey, we can start a fire." I was like, "All right, cool." So I kind of just keep that information to myself. I don't really tell anybody. And then the owner goes to sleep. Logan's still out there. The boxer's still out there. Um,
Josh, cigarette
Cook is
man.
still out there. Josh,
No, no, not
cigarette
cook. Not
man.
cook. You're talking about gymnast.
Oh, Jim. Yeah, sorry. Uh,
Cook is asleep at
they're
this
all out
point.
there. Whatever.
No, Cook is out there.
Oh
Cook
yeah,
is.
yeah.
Yeah,
Cook is out
he
here. Yeah,
he
yeah.
was
Cook is
out.
out here.
He was out there for a while.
I remember because Cook had to
So
still be there by the time I got back to eat.
Yeah, yeah. You're
yeah.
right. You're right.
So we we were like, fuck it, let's start a fire. So we're trying to start a fire. We don't have anything to start a fire with. So we're like, all right, fuck it, whatever. So we're like, me and the boxer, we go and we pick up
Lighter fluid.
some lighter fluid, and we come
Wait,
back and we start the fire.
I'm remembering something. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I remember I wanted to start a fire earlier, and I started throwing random ass sticks in the pit,
Yeah, I
and
remember
I was
this.
looking for cigarette man's like lighter. I'm like, dude, I need a lighter, man. It's like I don't have my lighter. I'm like, dude, I need the lighter now. Like, dude, I don't have a lighter. So I went around looking for the lighter, and by look around, I mean I just went to the grill and I came back and like, cigarette man, I need your lighter.
So yeah, so we get back, we start the fire, and then Logan was like, dude, I could go for some fucking s'mores right now.
Yeah, I don't know
And
why
then
that was my drunk food to go to. I don't. I really don't. I don't even like s'mores.
it was like an all consensus. Everybody was like, yeah, fuck it, let's get some s'mores. So me, the boxer, Gael, and
Josh.
oh no, it was our friend Gandhi. By this time he
Oh yeah,
came
yeah, yeah.
back.
Okay, okay. So
Yeah, by this time he came
we
back.
need we need to bring that back where he comes back outside.
Yeah, so okay, so real quick, everybody at some point in time, pretty much everybody comes back out, which
Except
is
me,
fucking crazy, which is
because I
fucking
don't
wild.
remember this.
Yeah. So by this time, Marco was asleep. Marco was done.
No, also in the car.
No, 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 no. You aren't.
But the
When
thing is,
no, he was actually no, yeah, he was
Oh
because I
yeah, yeah,
remember
yeah,
we
yeah. He
went.
came back. He came back while y'all were gone.
Yeah, no, I also remember because we went to go get
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I
this
remember. I
shit from the
remember. Yeah.
s'mores. We went to go get the shit from the s'mores, and I saw Marco, and I was like, Marco, I love you. While we were driving by, and he looked really mad at me, and I got upset. Anyways.
anyways.
Anyway, anywho's.
Anyway, so yeah, we go, we get the s'mores, we bring them back, and we're kind of just out there, kind of just talking around the fire. We're making s'mores or whatever, and fucking Logan is talking shit on the crackers that I brought back.
Oh, oh, oh! I forgot. We forgot. We got a very important info. We forgot very important info.
Well,
So, oh no, no, this is after we got the fire started. Never mind. Never mind. Continue.
Oh, so yeah. Oh, I also forgot. When we went to go get the s'more stuff, we went to three different gas stations. Fucking three different gas stations, and we picked up the crackers in one, the chocolate in another, and the marshmallows in another. And then Gael was like, "Dude, I could fuck up some Whataburger right now." And we were in my truck. I wasn't driving because I was drinking, so the boxer was driving. And I looked at the boxer, I was like, "Go to fucking Whataburger right now. Anything for this man. Literally anything for Gael. That's my boy." So we go to Whataburger. It is like an hour wait. Like we were in that fucking line for like an hour.
it was a Saturday, so look, I'm from this place. On Saturdays, Waterburger can like go all the way to that hotel you saw, like before the Waterburger, like to that
Yeah,
stop sign.
yeah, no, it was rough. So we got there, waited for an hour, bullshitted. Off-brand Gandhi was back. He was with us. He was completely sober. He had like 6 hours of sleep, by the way. He got fucked up, passed out, slept for 6 hours, and came back.
He had
So
to
we're
like
doing
be
that.
asleep by 6 or 7.
No, he was asleep at like 8 because he didn't come back till like 1, I think, 1 or 2.
He came back at
Because
2.
around like yeah, around that time is when we got the fire going, and that's when he came back.
I don't remember the fire when eating the fajitas though.
No, no,
No, the
the fire's
fajitas
after.
was earlier. Yeah, the fajitas were earlier.
Oh, so then that means the fajitas were before I
Oh,
went into the car.
yeah. Because Gael got there before you went out to the car,
Yeah, yeah.
and then we were making fajitas. Y'all tried it, and then you went out to the car, and
Because I
then
went
me, Gael,
nonverbal
and
while eating
Logan.
the fajitas was the thing. I was just
Yeah,
Bro,
I don't
walk
even
me
know
off on
how
the
I motioned
process.
Eric to give me the fajita in my mouth. I don't remember that, but anytime I wanted one, it was there ready.
Dude, I got you. I'm just a good cook like that.
Yeah. And then see, that's why I'm remembering because I went to the car. I come back out. I see the fire. I'm like, dude, I need to go to bed. So I go in, and that's when I see Josh, like down for the count, and who else was asleep by then too? Was it Cook? Maybe he was asleep by then too.
I don't remember
Yeah.
who all was.
No,
I don't
no.
remember who all was out
Cook
there.
Cook was there for the beginning of the fire. I remember because when we left to go get marshmallows, or when we left to go get some s'more stuff, he uh he was the one that kept the fire going.
Huh. See, because the thing is, when I remember coming back, and I don't remember Logan and Gael there. Like when, like by the time I got out the car and I saw that fire,
Yeah, no, no.
because
I was there till 4 a.m.
huh?
because I only remember because of what happened.
Yeah.
Wait,
What
what
the
happened?
fuck? That was my. It's gonna come up in later in the story. I don't want to
Okay, well,
spoil.
I guess let's continue then.
Okay,
Okay,
so
so yeah,
you get the fire started.
yeah, we get the fire started, and Logan was like, "I want some fucking s'mores." So me, Boxer, Gael, and Off-Brand Gandhi, we went and got the shit for s'mores, got some Whataburger, came back, and then Logan started talking shit about the crackers I got.
So so so
But
so
the
so
thing is, he was the only one struggling with them fucking crackers. Everybody else was
I
fine
couldn't
with
figure out
them.
how to fuck to break them, bro. There wasn't like the little lines. It wasn't like the graham crackers. It was something. It was some fucking caramelized bullshit. Like they didn't have fucking the little rivets in them to cut them. It was just like graham cracker with caramelization. I was like, bro, fuck this. I can't figure it out. My hands are too numb for this. I can't fucking figure it out. I'm pissed. I couldn't figure out the fucking graham cracker. I couldn't figure out the chocolate. I couldn't figure out the marshmallow. I couldn't figure out anything.
Yeah,
Um,
so
but when they got back and after we got the fire started, like before we started cooking s'mores, I walked away for a couple seconds to go grab more little smokies because that's a very common trend. I went back like every 10 minutes, and I played it off as going to check on everybody. But in reality, I walked over there, grabbed a couple. I would eat a couple and come back. Gymnast caught me actually. It was like, dude, every time I see you come into the house, you're fucking eating them. And I was like, dude, they're good. What do you want from me? Are you gonna sue me, bro? Like, fucking sue me. I'm the only one eating them. They're good.
yeah, my biggest mistake that night was showing Logan where the fucking those
Dude,
smokies were.
I can validate those shits were good.
Dude, they think they're
Fuck.
fire.
They were good.
Only
They were
that
good as fuck.
they come up later in the story for me too. At that,
But okay, so I walk back out there after getting some, and I walk over, and I'm like, I don't even remember what I said on something. I don't remember what I said on, but I was like, guys, I'm fucked. I'm so fucked right now. I'm so fucked. And they're just all looking at me like, I'm so fucking drunk, and like yeah, we can tell. And so like, 10 minutes go by, and I'm like, dude, I'm so fucked right now. And like, I go over and I grab a drink, and I come back like, guys, should I get more fucked? And everybody's just like laughing, and they're like, yeah, you should get more fucked. And I was like, okay, bet. So I started drinking more, and about this time, I go and find the pack of cigarettes again for my sixth cigarette of the night. I'm trying to light it, and Cigarette Man is over there. He's like, just use the fire, bro. And I'm like, you're right. So I shove my hand into this fire, trying to get it to fucking light. And I'm like, ah, that's hot. So I switch to my other hand, and I try to do it that way. I'm like, oh, that's hot. So then Eric's like, let me do it. So then I give it to Eric, and he finally gets it to light. Takes a couple puffs off of it, hands it over to me, and I'm gonna let him say what he said to Cigarette Man because I was personally insulted.
It was funny though. It was funny. So he's fucking struggling to light this cigarette. I'm like, Logan, fucking give it here. So I grab it. I go. I try one time, couldn't get it. So I tried again. I get it. Take two puffs off of it to make sure that it's lit. Hand it back, and I look at Cigarette Man dead in the eyes. I'm like, see, this is why I'm the top. And he fucking dies laughing.
So my brilliant response to that, by the way, was that's why I'm smoking the cigarette.
Yeah, and then all I could say, all I could say was just like, yeah, this is why I'm the top.
And so, okay, I'm smoking this cigarette, right? And we're just like we're all chuffing it up. We're just having a great time with each other. And I fucking I go and I like you have to get like the burned bit off the cigarette. I don't know what it's called, but like you like tap it off.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah, that.
yeah. And so I do that,
I'm
and
guys.
two of them land on my shirt, and I don't even realize. And so I finish the cigarette, I throw it in the fire, and I Eric points at my shirt. It's like, "Hey, what are those holes in your shirt?" So I look down. I'm like, "Fuck." And so my drunk ass puts my finger in the hole to make sure it's a hole, rips my shirt. I'm like, huh. So then I do it to the other one so that they match each other. And I'm like, that's crazy. And so I make another like after that I'm like, huh, let me make another s'more. So I make another s'more. Fight the crackers again for another fucking 5 fucking minutes. But luckily, I already had a chocolate bar open, so I just put the chocolate on there. And then somebody handed me a marshmallow. I put it on there, and I ate this. I was so bad at eating these fucking s'mores. I don't remember how the fuck I put them together. I don't even remember. But I just remember I got it all over me. My face, my hands, my shirt.
Crazy.
I don't know how it happened. But I woke up in the morning, it was all over me. I was like, fuck.
Yeah. So then it's
Wait, we
about like,
forgot something. How I got Logan annoyed earlier in the night with the soju.
oh, I
Oh,
forgot about
okay,
that
okay.
too.
So this is at
Yeah.
like this is like towards the beginning of the night. I completely forgot about this. I I tried to I trauma blocked it. So the owner of the house that it's this early that he's still awake and like partying with us. He downs his soju bottle because I had a I there was like 8 soju bottles. He had one. I had like 5 soju bottles, and I like drinking it and I'm starting like I have like a quarter. I probably have like half left, and so does the owner. So the owner downs his. So then I'm like, I guess. Like I just do a loud sigh and I just like I guess I'll fucking down mine. I fucking guess I'll get fucked up. And I start like drinking it, and Marco over here like you're not drinking it fast enough. Like motherfucker, I'm trying, bro. So the soju is not going down very smooth right now. So his brilliant solution to make me drink faster is to fucking grab the bottle in my mouth and shove it down my mouth. And so I like pull my head away and the fucking soju goes all over my face. And like there's like a quarter of this bottle of soju left. And I'm like, bro, what the fuck are you trying to do? Like I'm just trying to drink my soju, match the owner, and you just want to fucking shove it down my throat. I'm trying, bro. Like I don't drink it that fast.
Another thing I forgot. I don't know if I told you, but I was also kicking around the buzz ball, the green one.
No, you didn't tell us that.
Yeah, I don't know. So it's like, what are you doing, Marco? Oh, damn it. Whatever.
Yo, you can edit it out.
No, I won't. You won't watch it. I know it.
He won't watch it.
So
Shout out
the
if you're
gym,
watching this.
I will be watching this gymnast. So he sees me and I'm kicking the buzz ball around. It was the Limerita one. And he's like, dude, why are you doing that? I'm like, I don't know. It's fun. And then I throw it. Like I genuinely throw it. And I'm like, cool, it didn't break. And then I left it there.
Yeah, I found it on the ground and picked it up. I was like, how the fuck did it end up here? I picked
Yeah.
it up, put it back on the table.
Back to the fire stuff since we kind of got off topic. So it's about 4 o'clock by this point. This is about the point where I call it a quits. Not by choice either. It was a complete accident. So me, Gael, and Lightweight all go upstairs to try to wake up the owner again. It's 4 o'clock. I don't know what I was thinking when I went up there to wake him up. It's 4 o'clock in the morning, and he's probably not going to want to get out of bed. So we eventually we get up there. We're fighting for our life to get up the stairs. By the way, they're very like narrow stairs, and they're not very deep on how like far they go back in. So I'm like fighting for my life to get up these stairs. Maybe I'm just a dumbass when it comes to stairs. I don't know, but
I
we
also
get up
struggle
there.
with doors.
Yeah, doors too. But we get upstairs and we're like trying to wake him up. And Gael's brilliant idea is we'll just lay down in bed with him until he gets out of bed. And so I'm laying there, or like he lays down, Lightweight lays down, I lay down, and we're all just like giant spoon with the boys, just a giant spoon with the boys in this fucking twin size mattress, and we're all fighting for space. And eventually, I hear somebody start snoring. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna close my eyes and act like I'm sleeping. It was not an act. And I I fall asleep and I have no idea how, but in the morning when I wake up, it is literally me and Gael only in the bed, and he wakes me up because my alarm's going off.
All right, so this is where I can finally come back in. So y'all, they fall asleep at 4, at 4 like 30. That's when I finally wake up again, and the first thing I smell is the putrid smell of the fucking garage.
Boys,
Yeah,
boys, boys,
it
boys,
was
boys,
bad.
And I'm
boys,
like,
boys,
motherfucker,
boys,
I
boys,
gotta
boys.
get right.
Hold on, hold on, hold on. Okay, I'm gonna mute myself. I gotta run to take a piss. I'm not really part of the story anymore, but I need to take a piss, so I'm gonna do that real quick.
Okay, you're good.
You could have just went.
No, it's important for the viewers to know.
No.
Sure.
Okay. So regardless, it's 4:30. I wake up and I go outside to see like what like who is still up. Because when I go, Josh is down for the count. Cook is down for the count, and I think Lightweight was down for the count. I don't remember if he was out there right when I first went out there, Eric.
Oh, I don't remember. I think he was because he was out there. He was out there for a little bit, and then he went back inside. So that might have been.
Yeah, he had to be back inside because I
Oh
remember asleep.
no, no, no! That was because Lightweight was up with Gael and Logan.
Okay, so then he was inside then regardless because I know he
Yeah.
wasn't there for this next part. So I go out there and I see Eric, Boxer, and I think it's what's his name? Cigarette Man out there chilling.
Yeah.
And I
Oh,
have the
Pilot.
huh?
Pilot was also out there.
Oh, and Pilot was out there. I got the grand old idea, like, dude, let me finally light my first cigarette.
Yeah, this guy, the whole night he had a cigarette in his fucking mouth. Didn't light any of them until this moment.
And so this it's like a grand old buildup. I'm like, all right, it's finally time. I grabbed the cigarette. They couldn't find the lighter, so Cigarette Man passes me like the burning stick. And unlike Logan here, I was able to light it. But I was still dumb enough not I forgot to like puff it first until Eric and Boxer told me to. I did it, and that was the moment of instant regret. I take my first puff, I breathe it out, and the first words I
I'm
say is,
sick.
"I don't like this."
Yeah, literally, he was standing right behind me, and I just hear him suck it in, just and then just I don't like this.
And I puff it one more time. I'm like, dude, this shit sucks ass, and I throw it on the ground. And I think I went on a tangent. I don't remember. Then I grabbed Eric's vape and I hit it. I'm like, this is so much better. And I only hit it that once too.
Yeah,
And then I went back inside and went to bed because I was so sad.
yeah. I told him I was like, yeah, the cigarettes look cooler, but the vapes just taste better. But
um,
anyways,
speaking
so
of,
I guess
hold on, hold on. We kind of need to. Do not start vaping if you do not already have a vaping addiction. If you're not addicted to nicotine, don't get addicted.
it's not worth it.
It's not
It's
worth
not.
it. It's 100% not worth it. Don't get addicted to it. Don't smoke cigarettes. Don't smoke. Don't
Protect your
smoke. Don't smoke.
gums, protect your lungs.
Don't smoke vapes. Don't chew tobacco. Don't do any of that. Avoid it all like the plague.
Sticks
Yeah,
in.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Do not get addicted to nicotine if you do already have a nicotine addiction. If you do have a nicotine addiction, you're kind of fucked. I'm gonna be honest with you. Um,
two things. Put a upper decky in there one time for your boy.
pack us in, bro.
Yeah, put
But
an upper decky in there
I
for your
did feel
buddy.
like we needed to give that disclaimer. That don't get addicted to nicotine if you're not already addicted. Don't let this be like the driving factor to get you addicted to nicotine. I do not recommend it ever.
Trust me, it's like
And
that. Yeah, I could,
yeah,
it could,
it sucks. Do not do that.
because the
Yeah.
taste of like actual cigarettes in your mouth is horrible.
So, the only one still awake at this point is Eric.
Mm.
So, do you have any? Did anything crazy happen while we were asleep, or was it just like mainly talking?
Nah, dude. Truly and honestly, it was just kind of like the end of a movie type thing, where like they do this whole thing all night, and then at the end of the night, they're just kind of chilling. That's kind of what ended up happening. We're just kind of around the fire, listened to some music, kind of made jokes, just laughed, had a good time. I actually got to talking with Boxer for a little bit there, and he's a pretty cool dude. I actually fucked with him. He was actually the one I talked to the most
Funnily
that whole
enough,
night. Yeah, which was crazy because he didn't join till later that night, and he was the one that I talked to the most, and I got along with him pretty well. At least I,
where did
I
he
think I
come?
did.
I it was a surprise on something like, dude. Like, wait, what?
Yeah, but he was a pretty cool dude.
No, he's cool. Like I know him. I know he's Josh's relative, but
Yeah.
what was I gonna say?
Well,
I know it
fuck,
was you, Pilot, and Jazz, and what's his name?
at the end of the night, it was me. Like at the very end of the night, this is when everybody who was down was down. Anybody who was still up was gonna stay up. It was me, Cigarette Man, the boxer, Pilot. I think Jazz Hands was there.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, I think those were the five that were up. That's it.
Yeah, so that was more or less the night. Like
But
pretty
We were
it
crazy.
was
listening to Mexican
it
music
was
while cooking the fajitas. So that's pretty
it
funny.
was honestly it was a dope way to end the night because we just sat out there because by the time everybody who was gonna be done was done, it was like 4:30 ish. So we were just sitting around the fire, listening to music, watch the sunset come or the sunrise, and just kind of waited for breakfast. Once breakfast got done, we ate, and then
Do we really
so
want
yeah,
to
I
do we want to get into like the after or
Yeah,
no?
I have to talk about my fucking after. That she suck
so
ass.
Okay,
we
cool.
we can talk about ours. So again, like we said at the beginning of this, do not drink and drive. Do not do any of that. That's so fucking dumb. It's not worth it. Anyways, so if you noticed, I hadn't gone to bed the whole time. So I didn't go to sleep. Logan did go to sleep.
For 4 hours.
Yeah, for 4 hours. But breakfast got made. We went in, I went and woke up Logan. He was still drunk slash
Yeah.
hungover.
So can I kind of take
Yeah.
this spot? So whenever I was woken up, I woke up. I did not want to get out of bed. Like I said, I was woken up at my first alarm went off at 7:30. I woke up to it because Gael was sleeping next to me and. He woke me up to turn it off. So I roll over, I turn it off, and I'm like, oh shit, I have more alarms about to go off. So I lay there, I wait for them to go off, and then I turn them off. It's from like 7:30, 7:45, every 5 minutes. So I had three alarms go off. 7:30, 7:35, 7:40. Four alarms go off. I'm stupid. Um, Turn them all off, and I like lay my head back down, and Eric comes up the stairs, wakes me up, or gets me out of bed eventually. I go downstairs, I eat a little bit, and he's like, "You ready to go?" And I was like, "Not really." He's like, "Let's go." I was like, "Okay." So he had already packed up all of our alcohol, it's not even alcohol, all of our liquor, and
Yeah.
we left.
Yeah. So the five boys that were up the rest of that night, we kind of cleaned up and everything, and we packed everything up. And like I said, it was honestly like a nice way to end the night. Just watching the sunrise, just kind of chilling out there, talking, bullshitting. It was calm. It was cool. By this time, I was sober though. I did sober up. I stopped drinking like around 4:30 ish. So and we left around like 8:30. So I was fine. I was drinking water, sober, just sleep deprived.
Yeah. So
And so
go on, go
we
on.
went we we went. I woke him up. We went and ate, and then the owner's mom gave us some. Ah, shit. What was it?
What are they
I can't
called?
even remember. It was like little packets to
Honey
help
packs.
with.
She
No, no,
gave us honey packs, bro. Trust, trust.
no.
It was like liquid IV.
Yeah, liquid IV.
Yeah,
That's what it's called.
yeah. She gave us liquid IV, and she gave us another thing, like to boost her energy.
Yeah, it was
Honey packs.
honey packs. Yeah, it was honey packs. That's what it was. That's
So,
100% what it was.
and I was at this point, I was like, dude, I just want to go home. I'm done. I had a good night, but I want my bed. So
Real.
we leave, and we're driving. I am sleep deprived.
I'm so
Logan
drunk.
is drunk, and we're going. Logan looks absolutely miserable, by the
Yeah,
way.
yeah, dude.
His
I
hair,
woke. Oh my. Okay, okay. So when I woke up, right, I didn't bother to fuck with my hair. I literally put my shoes back on because I went to sleep fully dressed. I took my glasses off and I like literally just like put them back on, put my shoes on, walked downstairs, ate, and we left. So we ended up stopping for gas at the Stripes, and um we went.
dude,
We what?
we looked miserable.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm like looking at my shirt and like it's like stained. It has like stains of like alcohol stains, the little smoky stains. Um, It has the little holes in it. My fucking pants have burn marks. I can't feel my fingertips from putting them in the fire. Like I'm fucked. My shoes are fucking like they were brand new shoes. They were white shoes, white Vans. They were no longer white. They are still covered in alcohol actively. Actually, they're covered in alcohol, dirt, mud, cigarette smoke. Like they're pretty bad. And so I get out of this truck, right? I'm like, I think I need to use the bathroom. And so he's like, yeah. Eric was like, yeah, I think so too. So I go into this bathroom, and like I get out of the truck, and I'm like, maybe I should put my hoodie on. So I put my hoodie on so that like you can't see like the burn marks on my shirt, and like you can't see all the alcohol and everything all over it. So I walk in, my hair's a fucking mess, and so like I get like these weird looks when I
Uh-uh.
walk in.
No,
And
no, no, no. You didn't put your hoodie on for this.
did I not?
You put your hoodie on for the checkpoint, but not this.
Oh, okay. So I walk in there. I'm getting weird looks, and I'm just like, I'm so like out of it. Like I can slightly feel the hangover from with like the headache, and I'm still drunk. So it's like a weird combination to have. And I
Oh, let me explain to you what Logan looked like because he couldn't look at himself. So he has this white shirt. It's a long sleeve white shirt. It has two holes in it with the burn marks around the holes. It's dirty because it has stains of like little smokies. It's like a red stain and then alcohol stains. And he has one sleeve up, one sleeve down. His hair's all kinds of fucking crazy. You could tell he didn't get very much sleep. Like his eye, he got baggy eyes. His fucking pants are just covered in dirt and burn marks. His shoes look like they were thrown in the trash can, shaken around, and then put back on. It was rough, and
my
I,
I
I
couldn't see
didn't
on my
look that bad.
I couldn't sleep out. I couldn't see on my glasses from the soju on them.
Oh
So
yeah.
I was like, you could like see like the streaks of like soju and shit all over my glasses, and or you couldn't tell that it was soju, but you could see like the little like streaks of like liquid on my glasses still from where they dried.
Hey, do you still have the shirt and pants and shoes
Yeah,
like unwashed?
yeah.
Bro,
The
we'll put it up on our Instagram.
Dude, the thumbnail.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Dude, no,
Ooh,
yeah,
the
we'll put it on the
thumbnail goes
thumbnail.
crazy, bro.
We could also put it up.
Clickbait,
We'll put
clickbait.
it up on the Instagram.
This is
We'll
all
put it up on the
clickbait.
Instagram as well.
This is all clickbait.
Okay, nothing bad happened. We're actually pretty responsible.
Yeah.
We only
So
had
the
3 drinks each.
also the only reason I did drive that day was because I knew I was sober. I just was very sleep deprived, which honestly probably not better, but I was sober.
So, after we leave the gas station and everything, we're driving. We get like 5 minutes out of town, and I'm like, "Oh fuck, you might have to pull over." Eric's like, "Why?" And I'm like, "I feel like I'm about to throw up." And he's like, "Okay." So he like starts to like slow down a little bit. I'm like, "Oh, never mind, I'm good. It passed." He's like, "Okay," and so we speed back up, and we see this checkpoint coming into view, and I'm like, "Oh fuck, where's my hoodie?" So I reach in the back seat, put my hoodie on, so like, and then like lean back in my chair, like I'm like super like I'm a sober man, and I lean back and like I try not to talk. I pull up to this checkpoint
Yeah.
and they're like I don't even what did they ask? I don't remember what they asked.
No, we just put up. They're like, "Hey, how you doing?" We're like, "Good." And they're just like, they asked us. They're like, "Hey, are y'all, from
U.S.
here?" We're like,
citizens.
"Yeah, yeah." They're like, "Are y'all U.S. citizens?" We're like, "Yeah." They're like, "All right, have a good day." Logan was fucking freaking out
Yeah, I was
again.
freaking out. I was still drunk and I was like, "Oh fuck, they're gonna know I'm drunk. They're gonna know I'm drunk. They're gonna know I'm fucking plastered. They're gonna assume Eric's plastered. They just see they see a couple of 21-year-olds like oh they're gonna like check us, they're gonna do all this stuff, and like we have so many alcohol bottles back there that have been like drank in, and like none of the lids are off, but fuck we're gonna get in trouble, we're gonna go to jail. I was just
Yeah,
like I
yeah,
was
The
like
thing is, they're
freaking out.
border patrol. They can't really do
Yeah,
that.
but I was drunk still, so I didn't know that at the
Well,
time.
stop being stupid.
but
Stop
yeah,
being.
no, it was just a simple little conversation. He let us pass, and the whole time we were driving back, I told Logan, I was like, "Dude, you cannot go to sleep because if you go to sleep and I am left alone, I will not off." So he was like, "Okay." So we started talking, and like every 2 minutes while we were talking, we would pause. He'd start telling a story, and he'd be like, "Oh, wait," and I start telling a story, and I'm like, "Oh, wait."
Keep in mind,
It was rough.
I didn't throw up that night. I didn't throw up at all that night. Um, You did, right, Eric?
Yeah, I forced myself
Yeah,
to because I was like,
Eric forced himself to throw up to get like expel the excess alcohol that his body wasn't processing. I did not. I just went to sleep with all that alcohol in my system. So I was pretty
but
fucked, and just like that road is like super like windy. So every like couple of minutes, I would be talking and be like, "Oh God."
yeah, no, we made it back safe. I actually like towards the end of the drive, like the last 5-10 minutes, I actually felt the hangover start hitting, and I was like, this is a weird experience to like have because I've never been awake from my hangovers to start hitting, and that was the first time I was like, this is weird. I don't like this.
Yeah. Again, we do not condone drinking and driving. Do not do it. It is very stupid. Um, don't ever attempt to drink and drive. It is very bad and can cause a lot of harm to not only yourself but the others around you. Anytime you decide to drive while drinking, you put everybody's life on the road at danger. So please don't do that.
I
We're
think
not
I
condoning
think we
it. So
I think we got enough warnings for
yeah,
this.
I just I really want to hammer that home.
Yeah, no, I
All right,
understand.
so those guys, that's how their morning was. So my morning started at 6 a.m. sharp. That's when I woke up. I'm like, damn, I need to go take a shit because the drunk shit's hit finally, I guess. And point being, I ate a lot. When I drink like that, I eat way too much. I had 3 burgers. I had a fucking giant ass fajita. I had a lot of fucking smokies. So I go, I use the restroom. I'm all good, right? 10 minutes later, I'm like, fuck, I need to throw up. I go, I throw up for 15 minutes. I'm like, okay, I'm good. I go back, and I'm like, damn, I need to go shit again. So I go, I take another shit, and I'm like, okay, I need to go back. I'm good. Another like 5 minutes, like, fuck, dude, I need to throw up. So I throw up, and like, so the first throw up was all the food, just there. The second throw up was alcohol. I go back, my damn, I need to throw up again. So the third time I go to throw up, the owner's parents come up and like, here, we got this medicine for y'all, quote unquote, and it was Pepto Bismol and like anti-nausea medicine. And he's like, here, we know you need this, but it's for all of y'all. And like, damn, that's insane call out. So I go throw up again, right? And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take this now. Thank you. I take it, and like, you should sleep in the upstairs room. That'll probably help you out. And I go, I fall asleep, and I wake up like at 9. I'm like, okay, I'm all better now. So I spent a good 2 hours just throwing up and shitting. But yeah, that was my experience. So
I would like to say I think it was overall a fucking amazing night for everybody, other than like lightweight because he like died at like the very beginning, so he didn't really get to experience anything.
Hey, that boy came back though.
Yeah, he did. That boy came back. That boy came back. His first words after he woke up were, "I can speak now, bitch."
Yeah, yeah, that was funny. No, but overall, it was a pretty good night.
Yeah,
just like how this was a pretty good podcast
yeah,
episode.
dude, guys, y'all want to know where we're at right now, time wise?
Two hours.
Yeah, just over 2 hours.
Yeah,
Um,
this is on the longer side. I'm
guys,
hoping
do we want
they're
to do?
not this long all the
Do
time.
we want to do this like a TikTok clickbait where we do like half of it and then do the other half?
Honestly, yeah.
I mean, we could.
I mean, I was joking more than anything because like may as well just upload it all at the same time. But I know a lot of people don't have time to listen to like 2 hours of us just rambling
Yeah,
and
but
telling a
people
story.
usually do like audiobooks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so we'll
I
upload
mean,
this one.
no, fuck it. We could just upload it all at
Upload
once.
it
It's
Yeah,
fine.
raw and
we'll upload this all
earthy.
at once, and then we'll see how people respond to it. If they would rather have it in parts, we can do it in parts. Upload one, and then like when our next schedule update is, we can upload the other one as a second
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
We'll probably just upload it all in one go because I mean it was a pretty good video, and I doubt people want to wait for like part two, like if they enjoyed part one.
Yeah.
Plus,
No, fuck
it's not like
that.
a
I
one
hate that
story. You know
shit.
what I mean? Like there's no
Yeah,
really big breaks.
yeah. I mean, we were all pretty good about not like stopping and like not having long silent points. We were pretty talkative the whole time. So I think we
But
can upload
Yeah.
this all in one and then see how people respond to it. If people are like, yeah, we'd rather have this in parts, we can split it up next time, half and half or like quarter, depending on how long it is. Like this will probably be one of our longest podcasts ever.
yeah,
Yeah,
they shouldn't be this long. Usually we want to keep them around an hour. I
but it
mean,
was a
if
pretty
y'all,
good story though.
yeah.
There's just a
If
lot
y'all
of
if y'all
parts
like
going on.
the like 2 hour stuff, I can't promise you we'll do that every time, but we can, we do
Maybe
plan on
once
going out
in
and making
two
stories,
months.
and yeah, we'll do more longer kind of
Like that one time we ran
podcast
a
stuff.
train while going hiking.
What?
Different story. Different story though.
What?
Different story.
I thought we
Uh,
were keeping that one under wraps, bro.
And what?
but
I thought we were keeping that one under wraps.
No, we don't go out hiking. We all
but yeah,
suck.
yeah, this will be one of our longer ones. We do plan on going out and doing more stupid shit for y'all, kind of
Dude, like the
bring y'all some
work
content.
party story? Is that what
Mm-mm.
That one might have to be.
Nah, nah.
Nah.
that's what OG
Uh,
Fortnite jobs?
We'll have to
You
get like
guys,
yeah,
that would
this
have to be a crazy story for her to be able to tell that one.
but yeah. We'll go check out the Instagram. We might put it somewhere. I don't know, like in the video or
Yeah,
in the description,
we'll
whatever.
put it.
Go check out the
We'll put it in the
Instagram.
description.
We'll put Logan's clothes on there if you want to go see them.
Yeah,
Um,
it was a pretty great night, honestly.
yeah, it's
yeah,
pretty fun.
Yeah, I
albeit,
definitely
yeah, it was
Yeah,
definitely want
pretty
to have
good.
another one.
yeah. Go check out the Instagram. Go. We also might be doing a D&D podcast. Maybe, I don't know. That don't quote me on that. Kind of iffy.
Yeah,
If y'all
we're
do
gonna
want to
see
see
how the
that,
audio comes out before we upload that one.
yeah, if y'all do want to see that though, let us know. We'll try to do something about it. But yeah, go check out the Instagram. Go follow us on. I think we have an Instagram, a TikTok.
Yeah, we should have an Instagram, a TikTok. I think we're making a Twitter, possibly. I
And
don't
you mean
know.
X? You mean
Okay,
X?
we're
Not the
making an
eggs,
X, bro.
boy.
We're making an X. Okay, everybody knows that it's Twitter though. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
go follow us on that. We'll put more like a. We'll try
Everybody,
to be more active on that.
You know,
We'll
guys,
try to
we'll be
put
on our
more
Facebook.
everybody who should be listening to our
on the
podcast should
LinkedIn,
know it as
bro.
Twitter.
Dude, go follow us on the LinkedIn.
Yeah, make sure to follow the X, the Facebook, the MySpace,
The MySpace.
the Tumblr
The
page.
Pinterest.
All
Yeah,
follow the subreddit.
not the subreddit, dude. But
But
All right, remember,
yeah,
guys, main
sorry for
important
all
things
these
is you
bugs.
gotta subscribe.
If you want.
okay. Yeah, if you want. If you made it this far, like,
No, don't
congrats. Like,
say if you want to. Damn, that's.
If you
you
want
know,
to, bro.
if
We
you want,
ain't
if
your
you feel
boss.
like it, bro. We,
All right, you know
we're not.
what?
Your
I'm
We
boss
can't
peacing
here.
force
out.
you to. We can't
I
force
gotta
you
play
to.
Yeah.
Overwatch, guys. I'm in a match.
All right.
All right.
But thank you for listening. Thank you if you made it this far. Like I said, go follow us on all that shit. We'll have it linked somewhere. Yeah. And if y'all want to let us know, if y'all want a D&D podcast, let us know. We'll make one happen. We'll also do some gaming stuff as well. So look out for that. Like I said, go follow us on all of our stuff. We'll try to put updates and different stuff on there. Hopefully, maybe. I don't know.
We'll think about it. We'll think about it.
We will try our damnedest,
We will think about it. It'll be a thought
and
that crosses our head.
we will try to be a little more consistent on uploading. Can't promise you that, but we will try.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed.
Bye.
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 Bye.